Welcome, guys, to the Christmas special with
Paulina
and Victor, and also Kim
Kimmy.
as a
Yay.
guest.
We
Yeah,
got a
Kimmy.
guest today.
Yeah, do you want to give out your last name so they can search you?
My last name is Kimmy Phillips.
Oh shit!
Like, I'm here.
Available. If
You
anybody
can
needs-
pull up at this direction right now. Yeah. I'm on the corner, not that corner.
Not that corner. It's
You're
little-
pimping. You're not being pimped, of course. Boss girl. That's why. Women can be pimps too. Vic.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, learn something new. Okay. Yeah.
I did not know that, but I guess.
I don't know. I think they could.
Paulina learned
Maybe.
something new.
I think
What?
they're like, because I saw it like they actually can be pimps, like they're mistresses kind of thing like that. I don't know if
Like,
the
I think
term
it's like
is
a mob wife or like a gangster.
Well, I'm thinking more of like those old like saloon kind of like, you know, in the Western kind of thing like that, where there were whorehouses and they basically had one woman, the
In
head of,
charge.
Oh,
so she was pimping out the girls
Well,
at that point.
That's
I
crazy.
saw on
crazy.
TikTok, I came across there's a
Wait, why did you see it on TikTok? What's your algorithm doing there, buddy? Yeah.
First of all, I didn't even say what I saw on TikTok. I said, I saw on TikTok was the owner of a brothel. She does like TikToks like normal stuff, but she's like dispelling stuff. But I guess she's technically a pimp because she owns the brothel.
Yeah.
She runs her
Yeah,
girls
bro,
and everything
that's- Oh my
like that.
gosh.
And
I mean,
That's insane.
I didn't
That's
think
the
brothels were still a thing.
oh, they are.
oh, in Europe
100%.
they're
Yeah.
Oh,
big
yeah.
still.
I mean, there's some in United States, you know, but I don't think they're like, you know.
Really? I
Come
feel like
to
you know
this-
a lot about that.
I've researched it.
Okay. Fair.
I've actually had a situation about that where like I was supposed to. Did I tell you guys about like getting with a prostitute
Yeah.
and everything like that? But then at the end of it, I just backed out of it because I didn't feel right. It's just like there's no game in
So
it.
weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, like I wouldn't judge somebody that did a prostitute. You know, they're just a Patreon.
To try and get by.
Yeah, just trying to feel the vibes. But Kimmy, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for
Yeah,
having
yeah,
thanks for
yeah,
coming.
yeah.
Yay, it's
She's
been a
gonna have her
minute.
own podcast real soon, so stay tuned. Just watch. Yeah, Kimmy, what's it called? So they can tune in.
The Hot
Okay.
Mess Express.
I like that though. That's a
Nice,
solid.
nice. So,
solid
could you
name.
tell us your relationship with Paulina?
So where do I begin?
Yeah, how'd you guys meet?
At one of my bars, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So I actually knew her brother prior to that. And then
okay.
I guess I saw you both at Crafted.
Yes.
And then they look literally like twins. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, are you
Really?
guys sisters, brothers? And then I saw her. I was like, oh my gosh, she's beautiful and she seems cool. And then she came on, like kept on coming to my bar. And then we just like kind of clicked.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We hung out a couple of times. And then she kind of went MIA for the past 2 years because she was in a relationship. And
Oh.
That happens.
Yeah.
it does happen to everybody.
Unfortunate. But now I'm back.
Yeah, she's back. And I saw her. She walked into Crafted the other day. I was like, I haven't seen you forever. So happy.
And it's always good. We can always like pick up where we left off, which is
Yeah.
really nice.
That's the thing. Like, I appreciate friendships where like you don't have to talk every day or even every month, but when you see each other,
2
it's not
years.
like, oh, bitch, you haven't talked to me in forever, and like feeling some type of way. Like, I feel like you and I have very similar energy, where it's like we still like have love for each other as friends, and it doesn't matter how long it can go. Like,
No, because I feel like that's like adult friendships too.
right, very mature. So, but Kimmy, I love her because she says it how it is. She
Oh, yeah.
doesn't, beat around the bushes or bush.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
but-
Single
Cool.
is good.
Yeah.
And she's a real one, just like us three, I feel like. So it was just about time when you reached out, and I was like, okay, this is meant to be. Like, I need you on the podcast, and then eventually you'll have your own, and you're gonna be a rock star.
Okay.
Let's go!
Manifesting it.
Yay!
Getting the energies and everything like that.
Mhm.
So 4 years in a relationship, though.
2.
Two.
2 years in disappearance. Okay.
I know.
So
I was like,
Well,
is she okay?
yeah.
Yeah.
What happens with that? Could you not balance it out, or was it that you were just really into this person?
I think I tend to notice like coming out of this relationship, I've done a lot of reflection. And I notice whenever I get into relationships, I start to neglect my own friends, which I know I should never do. But it's also like I got a new job and he got a new job and everything, like life just happens. So I barely even left the house. So it was like 4 a.m. gym, work from 7 to 5 and go home and crash.
Oh,
So I just like
She's
neglected.
committed with the gym.
Yeah.
Always
yeah, no,
been.
that's wonderful.
So
Love
I just
it.
feel like I neglected my friends and I'm working on that now and going forward. I'm just like not going to do that ever again. Like I
But
miss my friends.
I felt like just what
Mhm.
Poe said is just like mature relationships understand. Hey, like, cause I've had that similar situation where like if a friend of mine is like got a girlfriend, like then he disappears,
Yeah.
and I'm
Mm.
just like, I felt a little like angst and just like, oh, why
Mhm.
he used to just call me for whatever, and
Yeah.
now I can't talk to him. But it was just like me realizing also, it's like I'm just sad that I can't talk to my friend as much as I would
Frequent.
like to. But I also have to respect the fact that they're doing their life the
Mhm.
best way that they can.
Right.
So, you know, you
It
gotta be
is important.
free.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it is important to learn the balance, and especially like for somebody like me who have gone through a few serious relationships, like you have to set that boundary from the beginning where like,
Mhm.
hey, I value my
Mhm.
friendships. I am going to hang out with them. Like even
Mhm.
though we're on Nine Clown La La Land, you know,
Right, right.
the honeymoon stage, like everyone that I've dated, I brought around my friends. Like they entered my life and I've entered their life, their regular day-to-day life. And I feel like that's how you set the boundary. And that's how when you want to all of a sudden go and hang out with me, let's say, he would have nothing to say because you've already established that boundary and you said, hey, my friends are my everything, whether you're in my life or not. They have been there and they will be there and they're not going anywhere. So I do need to build that relationship with them as much as I'm building one with you.
Absolutely.
I've done that like recently very much and I've been respected. And there's never issues with like, oh, I'm going to see Ashley. They're like, no problem, go have fun. And versus back in the day, I was like, what do you mean? Like, oh, we're not hanging out tonight.
Right, right.
You
It's
see, I
like a
live with
trust
you.
issue thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
It
that's
was
something I
very
struggle with
common.
my partner
Yeah.
because I felt like he never trusted me.
Why
Why
do you-
though?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'm very much like I keep to myself. I'm very open. I'm always honest with anything I say and do. And I
Right.
just still felt like I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna go see Paulina. I just always felt like a sense of like he didn't think I was being truthful.
Mm.
Oh,
And it was
shit.
very like tough for me because I was.
Right.
And you know, like when you're truthful, what can you really fight on? Like I'm telling you the truth. Why are we fighting?
Was
Mm.
he projecting like he's traumas in a
Absolutely.
way?
I absolutely
See,
Oh.
feel
this
that way.
sucks, man.
See, but I gotta say, like, my girlfriend went out the other day, and I thought about that too. I wonder, like, cause she's out with her girlfriends out to a club or
Mhm.
whatever shit, and then that thought did cross my mind, but I was like, whatever. It's like if, like, I can't find out about it, I'm not gonna dread it at
No.
this point. It's like then you sort of like Victor's told me, you just make it a premonition, and the premonition just becomes reality
Mhm.
eventually,
Yeah.
just because of your thoughts. Like
Right.
you're just gonna
I
push
believe
somebody.
in that
Yeah.
heavily.
Yeah.
And I've proven that to myself. Like what is in your mind happens in real life. It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
actually scary.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but sucks that he didn't trust you in anything. Any way that you could have built the relationship, or like,
I tried. I
mm,
felt like sharing locations. Like I
oh
offered so
shit,
many. I even like
Yeah, I
offered like
wouldn't do that
that.
anymore.
yeah,
And he was just like, no, like I feel like you'll be crazy because he always like flips it on me per se. And I was
ooh,
just like,
gaslight you.
yeah, in a sense.
Mm,
And I was just like, okay, I'm just trying to make it work and be more honest with you. But if you're
mm,
the one getting angry with me because you don't want to share your location, I feel like
That's
yeah,
that's sketchy as it is.
but that's what
yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
Oh, he didn't want to share your location with
no.
you. That's wild, bro.
That's a red
Yeah,
flag big time.
yeah.
I just felt like it was a lot of like projection
yeah.
at the end of all this.
Did you find out anything, like, as far as like not
Was
to
he
pry?
loyal?
As much as I know. I don't go
Okay.
digging for things. I try not to. I'm very
You're
firm.
not
I'm
like Poe.
I'm very big
She
on
has
ignorance
to
is
find the
bliss.
answers.
I'm
Yeah.
such an Aquarius. Like
Yeah.
I will find out and it's gonna be the death of me, but I will know from my own
Mhm.
like peace. Because sometimes like and it might not be the healthiest way to do it. Like sometimes we know because our gut feelings obviously tells us like, okay, something is wrong. Like
Mhm.
we're typically right if it comes to gut feelings, but
Mhm.
like I almost need to see it or hear it to believe it. Like I can't just take it for as it is because my gut feelings are my guardian angels and they protect me and I should
Right.
listen to them. No, Paulina needs to go and fucking on an investigation.
Okay.
You know, I should be a detective by now for real. I'll find out everything if you ever need. Just I'll
God
let
damn.
you
Get a
know.
business card?
I need it. But I hate that the people keep on projecting. Don't get me wrong, we all do.
Absolutely.
But I even catch myself projecting, but then I catch myself, I'm like, that's from the past, Paulina. We're not
Mhm.
doing that. So it was recently what happened, like the man I'm talking to, he went out and typically on a Friday night when I bartend at Crafted, My ex used to go out every single time, and he would go MIA for like 3-4 hours. And I would have a fucking panic attack at work because I knew he was cheating already. That was when he started cheating, and I knew about it. We had each other's location.
Give me
We had
space just to-
PTSD over here. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
We had each
You
other's.
had that happen to you?
I just feel like when people go MIA and it's out of their like normalcy with them, like me, like we always talk. So when you go MIA, it's like, what are you doing?
Right.
I'm home and doing laundry. So you can't answer my text. You have an Apple Watch.
Right.
Oh,
How are you gonna
shit.
ignore me?
Yeah.
See,
No
I'd
one-
be scared if
See,
she
no,
messaged
but
me.
she's right, though.
I'd be like, "Oh fuck, I've been here. I've been
Yeah,
here.
but say like you
You're
have an
taking
Apple,
photos.
like you have an Apple
People,
Watch.
be
people seen me.
That'd
I
be
promise
horrible
you,
for
I got
me.
He
testimony.
hates texting so big when we dead.
Yeah, but I
would
feel
be
like
dead.
for someone to have like an Apple Watch and their phone's like literally glued to their hand, there's no reason why you're not answering me. I could be dead on the side of the road. Like, what?
And if you don't want to answer, just answer. And like, if you don't want to talk, just say, "Hey, I'm busy. Can I get back to you in an hour?" Like, I feel like that would be acceptable. No.
Absolutely, but you're not busy.
Right.
That's just how I feel
He goes,
about
"Oh,
it.
fuck."
Because
Yeah.
I feel like if you text me saying, "Hey, just got home," and then you go disappear, what happened?
So okay, so let me finish quickly. So no, because this is like to
Okay,
like
okay.
bounce off of it. I'm already paranoid because I'm like, oh my God, he's out, he's drinking. Like, this is going to be a fucking shit show. Next thing you know, I'm finding out that he was doing something with somebody, spiral. Went on freaking spiral because I'm used to stuff going badly in every single relationship when I'm working and someone else is out drinking. So he fucking fell asleep on the couch and I like almost lost my shit on him.
Oh,
Like,
poor
I was
guy.
just like,
All the time he was
listen,
doing
I was
it.
like, I will never accept that. I was like, listen, the boundaries being set right now, like, don't ever go 3 hours MIA on me, especially when you're out and about and drinking. Like, I don't tell you text me every moment, but every time you switch a location, it's me caring for you
Right.
also. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very nurturing. So like, and that's how my mom raised me, check in with me here and there. And he didn't. So I fucking lost my mind. And then we talked about this the next day and he's like, Paulina, like, I literally fell asleep. So I don't see what I did wrong. I was like, you didn't do anything wrong, but you could have done better job at communication. He's like, how am I communicating if I'm sleeping?
Exactly.
That's
Fuck.
exactly
He's like,
what
damn,
I
I
was
can't
thinking.
go
I
for
was
sleeping.
like, what are you talking about?
No, I just more so meant like, like he told me to come over after work, but then I have no contact with you for 3 hours. So what? I'm going to drive to your house and then you're not going to be home?
I mean, I drive by.
No, but I'm not driving 30 minutes to fucking drive by.
That's far, yeah.
What's
so
that?
That's far,
crazy.
okay.
30 minutes
Yeah.
far.
So that's what I mean. It was just
I've seen women drive by, like
Oh,
not
I've done
on me,
crazy
but like
drive-bys.
I've seen women drive by on some people I know of, and it's just like they stop at their work locations, and there's been a shit show. You've been there, so yeah,
Wait,
so
what?
yeah,
I wanna hear it.
No, we're not going that one.
Oh,
We're not
okay,
opening up
okay.
old scabs, but like I'm just like I remember that I was just like, because she lived a while away, and I was just like she was working, and then she just comes randomly 45 minutes or whatever, like an hour away, and I was just like, oh my God, just like
Dedication.
I was just like, and
Come in and drop a bomb.
yeah, it's just like, and the hammer came through, like we were scared in the room,
Oh.
just like while the whole situation was painting on the other side. I was just like, oh fuck. But yeah, I mean, like I just like, I don't know, I just try to like let go of those kind of situations and those kind of scenarios. I get like the idea of like, if you find something fishy going on, I can understand, like, okay, and maybe now I have to pry a little and like figure
Yeah.
out. But like for my girlfriend, I just like, she hit me up like, oh, what are you doing? The podcast. I haven't sent her a text back after that. Like, I'm just like, I'm glad that she knows. It's just like,
Right.
I only send like maybe 2 texts a day, and that's it. I don't really want to text.
Do you call
Do you
her?
call?
Yeah.
Call her at least?
Do you call?
Yeah, I call more often. That's Victor. I
Okay.
prefer
Okay.
calls.
I
Yeah,
prefer
than,
calling
yeah.
too.
Me
I
too.
love about
Yeah.
the calling.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but most of the time I know she's busy at work, so I just like, whatever. We'll talk whenever we need to talk,
Right.
and then just like, yeah. But I don't know. I guess I'm maybe too laid back on it. Maybe.
No, I like
No,
a
I
laid back
think it depends.
person. I feel like that's
Yeah.
good because you want to like
Yeah.
tighten the rein on it, make it more
I've
suffocating.
asked her though. It's just like, do you want me to communicate more? Is there something like, a little like whatever you need, just let me know, and then
That's good.
obviously I'll try to be better at. Because she asked me that the other day too. Like, is there anything I should be better at? Like, no.
It's very
you're
mature
fine.
of like the relationship.
Yeah, it's boring as shit.
Oh, that's
It's
great.
I
fucking-
like the point you said earlier too. It's about the frequency you established
Mm-hmm.
earlier on. So it's like if you're used to texting every day normally, like that's already established.
Yeah.
Then yeah, it does make sense. It's off when it's like ghost out of nowhere when
Yes.
you're used to.
Right.
But if you're already used to sporadic, not like
Right.
frequent, then
I wouldn't be
then
so
it's-
paranoid.
Okay,
Right.
then it's like, oh, well, this is just another day.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And then naturally, like when someone questions you about your loyalty, then you automatically, like when he goes MIA, I feel like you almost want to question him too, because it's like,
What's
why
more
are you
important?
questioning someone who's loyal? Always been, yeah, exactly. Yeah. What?
Me?
Me. But
You should check my credit score.
yeah,
There
oh
you
my
go.
God, stop.
I have a whole document laid out.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Like first date right there.
Got him.
Yeah.
So what? You're like just healing your soul now.
Absolutely. I think I'm definitely a lot better, and I do a lot of like soul like searching more.
Nice.
And it's nice to like reflect like, oh, I could have did better in this aspect. But like that's me. I can't say anything on his character anymore because I'm not him.
Right.
So it's like these are things I wanted him to be better. Of course, I can't force him.
Right.
But I know looking back, like I could have did things so much better in certain ways, and I wish I did. But
It's a learning experience.
yeah, and who knows? Even if I would like fix everything on my end, if the relationship would still be here, because it takes two.
Right.
Ooh.
It does take too.
Yeah. I mean, I can say that little bonding experience, those moments are just like, and we said it before, I'll say it again just for the people here. It's just like where my girlfriend took me to a quinceañera of her family's, like extended family, like family members and stuff like that. We went there and everything was going great. Like I was having fun and all that. It got boring afterwards, but she did take my sunglasses away. Because she was just like, I don't want you to wear sunglasses inside. Just like, you know, they're like yellow sunglasses. I liked them. Whatever.
The
I just,
tinted?
I
yeah,
know
yeah,
which
exactly.
ones,
They're-
those are
Okay.
cool.
yeah, yeah. So I
Okay.
was just like, oh, I got my sunglasses just in case. I feel like superhero or whatever. But
Whatever.
yeah, but she was like, no, you can't wear them. So she grabbed them, put them in her purse.
Mm.
At a certain point, I almost went through her purse to grab them, but I was like, you know what? Nah, then I don't want to build that. Like I went through your purse and shit like that. But it did damper my mood after, and she noticed my energy shift at that point. And I noticed afterwards through just going through my emotions and figuring it out, I was just like, oh, this definitely triggered me in a way that I didn't expect. It was just something in my youth that I remembered. I was just like, where people stopped me from being me. Like, so I was just like that no was just like a very like parent to child, or like just a very just like a bully to a kid,
Yeah.
just like you
Right.
can't do that
Like
kind of thing
controlling.
like that. And you know, like I just we just kept on going through the night and whatever. I was driving her home and she just like was badgering me about like, you know, oh, I sent something wrong, what's going on, blah blah blah. I was just like, everything's fine. And then by the end of it, she still like kept going about it. So I was just like, okay, I just felt like this and this and this. Like I'm still going through the process of like my emotions, but you know, I just don't want to say anything because previously in different relationships, I've had those same situations playing out, and I've just bottled it in, and then I just burst like passive aggressiveness and just like my own anger that I like. I'm so grateful that I was able to pass that point where I was like, I'm not gonna make this into a me moment, especially like on somebody else's, you know, moment and time like that. I'm just gonna hold it back, and then like I'm just gonna talk to you very, you know, calmly about all this, not emotionally. Like I felt it, but I still want to just understand it myself of what is going on and why I'm being triggered, you know.
Did she give you that space?
Not really, but like
Oh.
we talked it out, you know, and I was just like, you know, I was calm about it, and like she said, like she wants to know now. She wants to know immediately, like to fix it. She wants to fix the problem. It's like it's not a you. It's something in me right now, and I notice this. I know that it's about me, and like I know it was a situation that you have to go through and you have to deal with me. But like right now, I just want to go through that. But since we're here now, okay, fuck it. We opened the can. Let's just go through it. And then like, you know, we talked it out, you know, and I explained it to her, and then we just arrived to, you know, a good enough conclusion. Like granted, it wasn't like 100% great landing, but it was
Right.
like, I'm okay with this. Like at least I got to open up. At least I got to cry. I haven't gotten to cry in a long time,
Aw, good for
and
you.
that felt good. I was
Soul
just like,
cleansing.
yeah, it was
It
just
really
like to open
is.
up to somebody to be truly vulnerable, to not be able to almost look her in her eye, and I just felt the tears and just like my voice cracking,
Oh,
and I was
D, I'll
yeah.
give you a big hug.
Yeah, that's why no.
Sure, no. You don't like hugs. I love hugs.
Yeah, I know you do. But yeah, so it was a great moment for me, at least in my like growing, seeing this relationship growth and everything like that. I enjoyed that about it. And I feel like relationships, those like challenges that people present, like, and I've told my friend this, is like some people think like it's always it's like a negative to another negative. No, you can turn this negative into a really good positive. Just because it's a challenge doesn't mean it's bad.
Right.
It's just something that like now, like I forgot that you mentioned like, you know, God gives the hardest battle to the strongest soldiers kind of
Yeah.
thing like that. And it's just like, okay, fight this battle and figure it out and become better. Don't become bitter. And it's
Right.
just like,
That's the goal. A lot
yeah,
of people become bitter,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
it's a sad thing.
Oh, it is. And it's like, and it's somebody that you love. I know we had you on personal talk, and, you know, like you care about these exes as much as you point some things out. Obviously, the negatives, but I think that's normal. And it's just like, but you care about them. And it's just like, it's people you cared about, that you love, that you
Right.
put the most vulnerable parts about you to them. And it's crazy to just like, you know, that it turns into hate. It turned like all this turns into animosity.
Yeah.
That's just like, I viewed you in such a good light, and like, and I enjoyed you, but like there's certain parts about you, like you said before, it was just like Kim mentioned, it's just like, I can't fix you, and I can't help you if you don't want to be helped.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's sad to see that when you love someone
Yeah.
deeply and you see that they struggle and speaking for myself, I genuinely want to help them, but then they're like, don't want my help. It's heartbreaking, to be
It is
honest.
heartbreaking, and that's something I'm struggling with.
Yeah, it's like, dude, like this is where this is topping out. Like, if you don't help yourself, like, we're not gonna figure it out. And it's just like sad truth.
Mhm.
That you have to face. But like we all said this before, it is a learning experience. And I feel like every relationship, whether it's romantic or platonic, it has to have reflection
Absolutely.
put on it. You know, like I've gone through Ashley's my best friend, so we've talked about this. I've gone through like multiple situations with Ashley that, like, you know, certain decisions I've made, I ended up lying to her because she was like on top of me.
Oh.
And it had to do with my exes, like me lying that I was still hanging out with my ex, you know, stuff like that. I
Mhm.
felt like she was trying to mommy me, and then she felt like she was trying to help me, but I didn't want to. At the moment, I didn't want her help.
No.
So I was on both. I've always been on both ends, where like I was the one that didn't want help, but then I also saw people not wanting help from me, and I just know how it feels now. So I've learned through it, and like I'm very much open to helping myself and helping others. So it's just important to always reflect on every relationship that ended for whatever reason. So I'm proud of you for doing that, because that will just push you so much further.
Yeah. But
in
even like
life.
I learned so much about myself in the process too. It's not even.
Yeah.
That's why I love relationships. It's just like, the fact is that even if you go into a shitty one, you can come out of it like learning something and becoming something, you know, different.
Right.
It's like a metamorphosis of like who you used to be to
Yeah.
now, and it's just
And then
like,
you attract different too.
Yeah,
yeah,
you definitely do. But
yeah,
some people don't come out of it changed. They're very
yeah,
They
complacent.
just jump
yeah,
And then
from
they
one to
just
wow,
another.
end in the
yeah,
same cycle
yeah,
again and again and
yeah,
again. And I can't do that. It's
yeah.
like rereading the same book.
I
I
mean,
know how
I've
it
done it
ends.
twice. I literally went from one person to another person that were literally copies of each other.
Oof.
And it was like
Yeah.
Deja vu.
I was like, wow, I guess I did not learn, huh? Thanks God for sending me another one to learn.
Yeah.
Love that. Oh, I guess I needed it. But then now I attract so much better. What?
It's like, you'll get it eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, yeah.
He'll keep
another
sending you the
one,
wrong person
another
until you
one.
get it right.
Right. So I'm grateful for that, even though it's painful, obviously, but lesson learned. And
But growth is painful.
yeah,
Yeah.
it has to be. I mean, anything good doesn't come out of just nowhere. I feel like you have to go through a little bit of a struggle to reach the top of the mountain and get to where you want to be.
So
or who
where
you
is
wanna
the top though for you, Kimmy? What do you think it is? Marriage and like 3 kids, or what is it?
I would like to be married. I don't know about the kids part. I feel like I would have to like actually meet my person that I feel so connected with because I never wanted children. So I feel like if I met somebody and I felt like it was like my calling per se, I'd be okay. But if I don't have kids, I'm also okay.
I feel like I've reached that point. I know Poe is completely separate on this, but that's sort of the conclusion I've got. Like, where it's like, kids would be great, but it's
live
whatever.
without them.
Yeah, life is life.
See, I'm so different. Like,
Yeah.
I will literally get myself pregnant. If
I've heard. You've told us.
Like, if I want to bring a child, maybe not. I know this fucking world is fucked up right now, but
Well, that's
like,
another reason I think about
not
outside
wanting
factors.
to. But like, to me, like personally, that's like selfish to me of me not bringing another human into this world because maybe that's how I was raised. You know, like this is just a part of life, and part of being a woman. You know, being a mother. But yeah, I've told myself like if I can't find a man that will be healthy for me and I view him as a future father of my children, then like I will get myself pregnant and be a single mom and I'll be totally fine with it.
Plenty of women do it.
Yeah.
And I've said that. I was like, oh, if I don't find anybody, I could just get pregnant on my own.
Yeah.
But then I'm also like, I don't want kids, so why?
Yeah.
It was also a mindset like I don't need anybody per se.
Right.
Like I'm happy with myself. So if I don't end up with anybody, like I'm still happy on my own.
Which is so important.
I'm still gonna take that trip by myself. I'm still gonna go out to dinner by myself. I'll do everything myself because what I want to experience, like no one's gonna hold me back.
And I've like what's the word? You inspire me to be that way too because as much as I'm very independent, I don't go out for dinners on my own. I don't know. There's like, or I don't go on trips on my own unless I'm going home. You know, like hopping on the flight and going to Poland. That's something that I would want to do myself and like pretty much long story short, date myself. Like I would want to go and date myself, even though I'm dating now. I still want to have my single, like not single date nights, but like like just me and only
your self-care nights.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone needs those.
I think that's so important. But yeah, speaking of the kids and the marriage, I had a point to make and I freaking forgot.
She's pregnant, guys.
No,
plot twist.
Yeah.
Oh no! Jesus Christ, no. No, but like
I feel like you'd be so happy right now.
She would.
No.
She'd be on cloud nine.
No, not right now.
Why
No.
wouldn't you be? Like you're
Because I'm like I'm
like,
not there yet.
I'm just gonna tell you right now. It's either you take it as a win, or you're really just pushing your luck. Because what you like you said, 3 years from now, just get God. Thank you. Just take the blessing as it is.
I mean, yeah. But I would want to. But it's different though because if I got pregnant with someone that I'm talking to and I don't know that person yet, and I'm not ready for that child with them yet, then I don't see it necessarily as like yay moment. Me going to a bank of like donors and getting pregnant is a different story than me getting pregnant by someone that I'm just talking to for now. You know, or like it's just the beginning of a relationship.
So you're just slapping God in the face, okay?
I was like, here you go. And she's like, no, thank you.
Listen, I would handle it.
It was just you getting into bed with a person without a condom. Okay, got it.
As they say, men plan, but God laughs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Victor doesn't use condoms. He doesn't even know what the word is.
Praise and pulls.
He doesn't have to.
I was just like, man, just been shooting up there. Just like, okay.
Oh man, it was funny. My wife used to kind of share the same thing. She didn't like want kids when we were dating and everything like that, and she just said she was fine with it. It's like, yeah, focusing on career and different things like that. I think it was like when we got married and everything. Now it's like the whole script has changed. We're like, can't wait to have a family type of thing. Yeah.
I also feel like when you look at someone after, let's say, dating for like 2-3 months, if that person is going to be a good father or mother or not. Like, at least I can sense that. And I will say that because it's like...
I feel like people are so fake.
I like it.
I feel like people can be so fake the first 2-3 months. They're not fake, but like they have like this whole like knight in shining armor like personality type of thing. And then 6 months later, they're like a piece of shit. And I'm like, sorry, you could do that from the beginning.
No. I'm saying like not as a partner. I'm talking about like I see the fatherly characteristics in a man outside of me being in a picture.
Okay.
Like how he treats his parents, how he treats his mom, how he treats his fucking dog, like how he disciplines the dog.
Right?
What's that?
Better treat your dog right.
No, exactly. But like, you know, I was in a relationship when like one of my exes got rid of his dog because he was inconvenient. I'm like, holy fucking shit, are you gonna get rid of a kid?
That's
And he's like, you're so dramatic. I'm like, no, like dogs are family to me. Like pets mean the world to me, and I've always had pets growing up. So like, if you were just getting rid of a dog that's 6 years old, about to die pretty much because he's inconvenient, that's to me that's insane.
Wait. He's 60 years and about to die?
No, I'm
like
saying
this is
like
kind of young.
Yeah.
no, so it was a Frenchie, so they don't
Oh,
live
they don't
long.
live long.
okay.
So they're like 8 years tops, you
Mm.
know? And
would
it's
took
just
'em.
right. Which like don't get me wrong, thank God it happened because he had a better life. But just the fact that you had that in your mind to get rid of something that has been around for so long and it means a lot to your mother, to anybody, to the family, like that's crazy. And then I see somebody else who is like so good with their dog and disciplines them, but then like he'll be like sit. Like Max got into his name is Max, the dog. He got into a garbage and like I remember like my man just like snapping at him, was like, come here, what did you do? Like discipline him. And then he's like, you're gonna listen? And he just sits there like this poor little thing. And he's like, thank you. Give me a kiss now. I'm like, oh my God, stop. Like my heart just melted. Little stuff like that to me. I'm like, this is so cute. I can't even take
She
it.
says heart, she means panties. You got it. Yeah.
No, but like just the way they they go about life and how they interact with people that they love, I can tell that someone's gonna be a good father or not, you know? And then also just like the background, right? Like, are your parents still together? Do you have values? You know?
You know, they actually just I watched a reel about this. There's a study done on which child you should marry, like not like that. Like let's say you have a brother and sister. Obviously, like the first child, the second child, the third child.
Mhm.
Like the first child should marry the third, like the baby child, because
Okay.
he'll take care of the baby, obviously, because the
Yeah.
first child is usually always like on point because
Yeah.
the what the fuck was
We
that?
got ghosts in here.
Yeah,
What?
you didn't.
Light does
Oh,
not.
it's
The light.
that light. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Okay, nice. But yeah, okay, back. So yeah, it's wild to think that like you should aim for a particular person like in that regard. But I mean, it's hard to you just gotta make it work. But it's a higher rate of divorce if you marry the wrong person,
Mhm.
which is crazy. It's like, but yeah, I don't know. Divorce is always crazy to me. It's like how often it is.
America's
Yeah.
like top country
Yeah.
of divorces too.
Is it?
One of the top ones, yeah.
Yeah.
think
Well, I
it's in
mean,
I think it's people don't want to work through like the hardships
Yeah.
of it either. Like once it goes south, they're like, I'm done.
and there's
well-
so many distractions nowadays. I
well,
always say
Yeah.
that.
I can't just give it to that. I would also think like in Asia and also in India because they're the most popular country, like populated countries.
Mhm.
The wife doesn't have a say,
Yeah.
really.
Oh.
I can't imagine they have that big of a say versus like in the United States, no divorce papers, boom.
Yeah.
And then, like, but that's such a cat and mouse thing. Like, it's crazy where I've seen it's like who hands the divorce papers first is actually one that usually wins a lot from it. So
Mm.
you're supposed, like, especially you also have to watch out the state that you're in.
Mhm.
Like, because if it's in Los Angeles, I believe, like California, apparently, like, if you get the divorce papers, you're losing like half of your shit. Like,
No shit.
Wow.
yeah, so that's why you gotta be careful of the
Where
state.
do
You
you
gotta be careful of
married?
everything. But that's United States, in different sections. But like in different areas of the world, I feel like that's also a sort of like situation where it's like the woman doesn't have that much
Much power.
control or power,
Mhm.
unfortunately. So that's
Yeah,
something.
marriage is a whole different topic. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
how what it means in different parts of worlds and what it means in different cultures. It's crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but I still want to get married one day.
Well, I mean, it's Christmas time. Let's have a little cheer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Let's
let me
hear it.
ask you, like, what do you celebrate as far as like celebration in?
Holidays wise.
Yeah, like-
I mean,
I have Christmas. I just spend like the day, like Christmas Day with family.
oh, nice.
So we're very small family. So it's just me and my
Oh.
parents this year.
Okay.
Are
But-
you an only child?
No, Mike.
I have an
Oh,
older brother,
her-
but he
right,
lives in
right.
Florida.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's how I met Kimmy.
You know, it was weird that you mentioned, and this is a little off topic, but that you guys look alike. It's like that's weird for whoever ends up marrying you. It's just like, So you just like the female version.
Literally.
Yeah.
Me and my brother, like, if you put a wig on my brother, it's literally me.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's
It's
crazy.
scary.
Like I
That's
remember
wild.
seeing both of them, like holy fucking shit. Like I never seen anything like
Yeah.
that.
Really?
Like they're
that
like
close?
twins.
Twins,
literally.
yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
I wish.
Are you like really like close to twins or just?
No, we're not
Yeah.
twins, but we're 3 years apart.
Oh shit. Okay.
So close
yeah.
enough.
Yeah. I guess just genetics run
Strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like my
Yeah.
dad has very strong genetics. My mom has really strong genetics. So it's
Mm.
like,
Their eyes are crazy.
Yeah.
I can tell like
Yeah,
both
no.
of them. Yeah,
I mean-
Mike has more like blue eyes though, right? I know.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I look at her, I see his face is crazy. I love
I
it.
feel like I look like a man when she says that.
No, I just like no. You're
No,
just
you
like
know
a
what's crazy?
beautiful-
When you said that, I was just like, maybe I'm attracted to men. like, god damn it. If I saw, because sometimes I look at it that way too, because like facial structures are also like from like,
Yeah.
they're just like in different men. Like I've seen some women that look like men, and I've seen some men
Mhm.
that have
Feminine.
feminine features. And then I'm just like, oh shit, when you really break it down and stuff like that, like what is the breakdown of like what is like, you know, gender roles and stuff like
Right.
that. But it's a little crazy of like what you're attracted to, because I've seen like some women that I'm just like, am I attracted to dudes? Because that kind of looks like a dude, just like just with a fit body. It's just like, oh fuck, like it's just like, you know. But that's just my messed up brain at that point.
I find it weird when people date, but they look exactly alike,
Oh,
or they look like siblings. Like I find that very, very creepy.
I think it over time it kind of happens.
No,
Like
I
over
refuse.
time.
I'll date a blonde. I'll date anything but what I look like.
No, what I'm
Yeah.
saying is like eventually you kind of, because you are around each other so much, you kind of start dressing similarly. Like not every case, but like I've seen that even with myself. You like like similar things all of a sudden. It's weird. Same with dogs. Like have you seen that, like when you get a dog and at first you're like,
I just like Kimmy's faces at this.
no, I'm saying
I'm just
like
gonna
some,
use a lot of your faces, Kimmy. During the, I just
know.
like dogs.
she's like,
you
what?
know?
I was like,
Just
wait.
What the fuck are you talking about,
Yeah.
Paulina? No, like some owners look just like their dogs and
Oh,
vice
yeah.
versa. I don't know what it is, but I think
Creeps me out too.
yeah, it has
Like,
to
why do you
do
want to
with,
look like a Yorkie?
Ow.
You know,
I hear you.
like
Yeah.
it's weird.
Yeah.
That's
I
weird.
really don't like small dogs, honestly. Like they're cute, but it's just too much yapping.
I'm the same way. Yeah,
I'm
like
just-
this squeaky
Yeah.
yapping. Yeah,
Yeah, like just get a
real
if I'm
dog.
gonna get a dog, yeah, exactly. I'm gonna get a dog. Like I'd rather get a Rottweiler or something like
Something.
that. Yeah, like
You
if
have
it-
Yorkie, right? No, no,
What? I have
yeah,
a pit bull.
she doesn't look
You
like a
have a
Yorkie,
pit
I have a
bro.
pit bull.
no.
Yeah.
I feel like you had a small dog. Maybe I just fucking heard something you said maybe one day.
When
about
she said
Yorkie.
she has a pit bull, you know,
That's
like,
crazy.
yeah.
Why did I think that? That's terrible. Anyways, you do not look like a pit bull.
I act like a pit bull.
You do act like
I
a
know.
pit bull.
I don't know. I
Feisty.
feel like when she
Hey.
said pit bull, I was like, yeah, I can see
I can
it.
see that.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
No, but
absolutely.
pits are so cute though. At the same time, they're so
Yeah, they're
mushy.
like aggressive, like on
Yeah.
the surface, and then
Yeah.
they're sweet and cuddly when they're
Oh, yeah.
alone with
On
their
the
owner.
But
inside.
that's what I'm saying. It's like somebody, like again, a man, like they'll protect you,
Mhm.
and care for you, but like they'll still love you
Yeah.
for everything.
Love that.
Yeah,
Perfect man.
yeah. Pit bulls, perfect animal, right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
How are you spending Christmas?
We usually celebrate on the 24th. We don't celebrate on the 25th.
Same in Poland.
Yeah. So usually, well, this Christmas, my mom's coming back, so I have to go
Aw.
pick her up on the
So
airport.
cute.
It's gonna be nice, and then we're just gonna have breakfast at my sister's.
Cute.
My sister has my niece, and my brother is about with his wife. They're about to ready to give birth to Alicia, their first baby
Aw.
girl.
Aw.
So I'm excited to see her. But
Uncle D.
yeah, exactly. But
That's like
we're-
my brother. He's due any day now, and I'm so excited.
Oh wow, Well,
Nephew.
like,
Is
oh
that the
nephew.
first
Yeah.
nephew, right?
Yeah, first nephew.
Name
Crew.
Groot,
Oh, I like that.
like Groot. Or-
Crew.
Crew.
J. Crew.
Oh, J. Crew, like Crew.
Yeah.
C-R-E-W.
Okay, where's
Yep.
that come from?
So cute.
Crew.
I don't know.
Oh shit.
I didn't have a say in the name.
Yeah,
That's cool though. Different.
yeah.
They chose a lot of different names. I wasn't a fan
It's
of
gonna
most.
be they them. Yeah, they coming. It's
Yeah.
Crew. Just
Crew Beckham,
Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
Crew Beckham.
It's a very
Cute.
strong name.
Damn, that's
Beckham.
cool.
Beckham. Wow.
Yeah, that's a cool last name you guys got.
No,
No,
that's
it's
his
a
middle name.
Oh, what?
So what's
Yeah.
Oh.
What's your last name then?
Phillips.
Oh,
So
Phillips.
Crew
Beckham
Beckham
Phillips.
Phillips.
That's
You
cool.
got such
I
an
like that.
English then to I feel like American like at the
The
end.
blend of
Yeah.
what's Mike's wife's background? Like, where's she from?
Couldn't tell you. She's very
Oh,
reserved, so I don't really know much about her, unfortunately.
fair enough. Fair enough. We won't pry, you know.
Mhm.
I don't
But
pry either.
Wait, so do you guys not spend Christmas Day at all doing anything?
not really.
See,
Like,
in Poland, I have Christmas Eve and then 2 Christmas days. So we have 3 days of
Mm.
festivities,
Yeah.
if you will.
well, what do you could be making? I told my
so
sister
all
I'm
the-
making
all the-
crepes.
What's that?
I'm gonna be making crepes.
Yeah, so we make like savory crepes with
Exactly.
sauteed mushrooms and like soft cabbage. Like,
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
So
I
good.
just put honey on mine.
oh, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
No,
Whose house am I
we-
going to for Christmas Eve, though?
Mm.
Whose house am I going to on Christmas Eve, though?
Oh.
I have
You
no
can-
plans.
I'll be in
Yeah.
Queens, but you can come.
Okay.
Oh, what you doing in Queens, girl?
So my man invited me
Mm,
to meet his family.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
News.
whatever.
Yeah, congratulations, pal. Yeah. See, we're all cuffed at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
cuffing
we're-
season's
yeah,
here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully, I don't have to date anymore anytime soon because I'm fucking over it. So, putting positive energy into this one. He's great. So let's just keep it that way.
So you just did like a little spell right
yeah, I'm
there.
like,
It's a Christmas miracle.
Greenwich energy.
Yeah, let me ask you this: is like, how do you, and Vic, you can chime in. Is like, and for your previous relationships, how do you just keep, I guess, excitement in the relationship? I think that's a lot of things that people like end up just like worrying about, including myself right now.
Who wants to go first?
You can go.
Oh, I don't want to go first, but okay. I feel like I usually like monthly check-ins in a way and see like what page they're on, like what's going good, what's going bad, like what could be better.
I like that.
And then I like to suggest like a weekend trip somewhere we haven't been. Like go to
Monthly meetings.
yeah, you gotta feel like
I like that.
like a check-in. So I'll like suggest like, oh, let's go to a cabin this weekend, or let's go to Lily, let's go to the city, something.
Okay.
Definitely pre-planning dates. It's huge
Or
for
even like
me.
a date night thing.
Yeah,
'cause I
and it
never
doesn't
had
have
date
to be
nights.
crazy date. It could literally be just like movies, popcorn, and like boarding games. Board games.
Damn, that's why you play board games.
Yeah,
I
board
fucking
games.
hate board games.
I love
Yeah,
board
I
games.
fucking
I love
hate
board.
them.
You know what it is? Board
They're
games are
literally
only fun when-
bored in the game.
But
And then
No.
she's like, no, thank you.
The whole point of a board game though is the people you play with.
Yes.
If you can get like really fun, competitive with a person, it doesn't really matter if it's a
I
board
feel
game,
like
a
this is
card
like the
game, or a
step
video game.
before you go into an orgy with these same people. It's just like, you know what?
Let's
We're
warm
just
up.
really just bored. We're like, come on, guys, take your pants off, all right? Let's
Oh
get
my
to
God.
it.
But I mean, I think you guys are pretty much on point. I think for me, it's just like just having something to always look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just like always like, yeah, you'll have like little things in between, but just having like whatever is like, oh, like for me, it's like, okay, I know first week of January, we're going on a trip, you know,
Yeah.
so it's like, at least in the meantime, you know, you're doing and you're making plans in between, but just always having the next thing to look forward to
Hmm.
and just trying to make it different. You
Yeah.
know? I think I like experiencing new things
Yeah.
whenever we can, or just,
I also think like learning each other's love languages is huge, and that way you can surprise them with little things. Like you love like gift of giving and probably receiving at the same time. So like small things like me going to a grocery store, I know that you like Reese's peanut butter cups. I'm gonna just bring it to you, and that will keep you excited.
spontaneousness.
Yeah. I'm big on experiences. You guys know that. So for me, like if someone can just like surprise me with something that whether it's a small big trip or just like, hey, we're going for a ride to watch sunset, like I'll be the happiest girl and probably gonna do whatever we want after that.
Mm.
So you keep it spicy that way.
I feel like a thought goes like a long way for me.
You thought?
Like a thought. Like my partner thinks about doing something for me.
Right.
Like be like,
Yeah.
oh, let's go get sushi and go to the beach and watch the sunset. Like that's like my love language in a
Yeah.
nutshell. Or like cooking.
Oh,
So if he
okay.
comes up, be like, hey, I got us this. We're gonna make this tonight. Like I love that. I
That's
love
so
cooking with my
cute.
partner. I think it's always been a fan fave for me.
Oh, I love it.
So I just love that. And I just like
Yeah.
it's nice to feel that they were thinking about me.
Right.
So I feel like I'm always the one like putting them first and I'm always doing the most for them. And it was just nice to feel like appreciated and like, oh,
I love
she loves
that.
this, so I'll do this for her.
Yeah, I think the little things go a long way. Even like silly, like for instance, like last night I was exhausted. I worked till 4 a.m. and he was like, "Hey, am I crazy to ask for you to come over? I know it's a little bit of a drive, but like I would love to end my night with you." I was like, "Bro, I'm fucking running from to my car right now."
Yeah.
Oh, so that's
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah, that's sweet. And then he made me breakfast in the morning. I was like, I can come over every time. No problem. I was just like, great. So I guess it's the little things and the thought. And you're very thoughtful. So I see that you would probably appreciate something like that too.
Yeah, I definitely do. I mean, she's doing it, so
Okay, good.
I'm excited and happy. At the same time, I'm just like, okay, how do I return it? How do I make sure like it's good, and how do I make sure like um, I mean, I feel like our communication is strong, so that's good enough. Where it's like, if there is an issue, at least you'll let me know. I was just like, okay, if you're bored, at least let me know, and then we can figure something out to help this situation and stuff like that. But like I've told these two before, it's like with this relationship, I really want to give it at least a year,
Oh,
like
wow.
of my time. I've never had a long relationship. The longest has been like relatively for this one was 6 months. I
Okay.
think I've had like one that's been on and off, but outside of that though, it's just like, okay, let me really devote myself and really like just like I'm just a boyfriend here. And I'm just gonna
Yeah, because
just
that
be
year will give you a lot of time to like know what you like.
Get to
Yeah.
know
Yeah, like
them and
yourself
you.
even and your
Yeah.
partner.
yeah, exactly. So those are the kind of things that I'm just like, okay, this is the time for that. Like just
Although
as
I must say, I think you don't fully know someone until you live with them.
yeah, there's also a study that says I think it was Kevin from the Shark Tank.
I think so.
Yeah, that he was saying was like, you shouldn't live with somebody, you should just marry them. That was his take on it. Where it's just like, I don't know if the
I feel like I've heard
statistics,
that too.
yeah, where they were just like, you have a stronger chance of just like once you marry, you just live with them, and then you just we're in it. We just gotta go with it.
Yeah.
Like
That's
at
what I
that.
did.
Oh
like
yeah, no,
that.
but you have very little choice on the matter. Granted, I'm sort of on the boat with you. It's just like I'd rather just let me make sure,
Like
yeah,
being with them
yeah,
almost like 24/7.
yeah.
Although like obviously everybody has a
Yeah,
job.
that's like a
Yeah.
dream of mine. If I could be with my partner 24/7, I would love that.
Really? That's so cute.
Because I love spending time with my person.
Yeah, same.
Like that's just like how I
I
am.
love that too.
Mhm.
But it's funny because I call it space station. So like I need my space sometimes,
You
but
just like
like
go in the other room. He goes in
yes,
the kitchen.
but I
you're over
have to
here.
see you, or like I have to like go and check in every 2 minutes or so. I'll be like, hey, what you
You're
doing?
definitely a
I
cat
miss
lady.
you.
Yeah,
What?
you're a cat lady, 100%.
Yeah, I
Just
guess
like
so.
you, just like you're there. Good.
She's like, I'm good. Don't talk
Scratch
to me.
under. Don't close the door. I'll scratch
Yeah,
underneath so
yeah.
you can let me in. No, I do have to say I do like my space and I like to be alone sometimes because I get overwhelmed when I have 17 million things to do, and like if you try to talk to me, I might get snappy sometimes. So I'll be like, hey, like I need a minute. So I'll just like walk away. But then 5 minutes later, I'm like, I miss you. I'm just like, come back. But I don't think I would be able like to have like a remote job. Let's say me and my partner have a remote job and working from the same apartment. I would get nothing done. I'll give myself like 20 minutes on the computer. I'm like, I wonder how he's doing. Maybe I can bring him coffee.
That's what,
And
did
then
you put the desks next to each
Yeah.
other? That's what we did.
I feel like, yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah,
No.
but I don't know if I feel
Yeah.
like I would get sick of that person.
Oh, absolutely. I would
Yeah.
just. I'm
But I feel
going
like
to the
once you're
coffee
married,
house.
like you're locked in.
Yeah.
Like you can't really get rid of them. So you might as well learn
Were
now.
Were you just talking about
Go
how
with
much
it.
of a dream it is to be 24 hours with the person?
I didn't say that, she did.
Yeah.
I find it. I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
I
like, I had no
mean-
problems with it.
I can see myself. Maybe not 24 hours, but like 18.
Jesus.
Yeah,
You're
so
just
I've come-
sleeping
You
next
sleep,
to them
yeah.
afterwards. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. So then no, I wouldn't be able to be with somebody 24/7. I would say like 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Planet
Let's
Fitness.
talk some toxicness because this channel needs it. All right. So what are the
Are you toxic?
limitations? What are the limitations of you talking to somebody else when you're with your person?
Wait, say it again.
What are the limitations of you talking to somebody else?
Like the
While
opposite
you're in a
sex.
relationship?
Yeah.
Oh, like I'm dating somebody and what are my boundaries?
I guess
With
so.
another
Yeah,
person.
that would be one term for it. Like
Okay. I'm
where
trying to
like
understand.
what can you say to that person like outside of that of your relationship, you
Or
know.
what you won't say, like
Yeah.
what topics you won't touch
Yeah.
or stuff like that.
Because I'm not sure if you heard also, like, for Blake Lively, I sent it to.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
What
Wow.
happened?
Yeah, well, basically, she was on the set with "This Is Not Us," I believe it was the
Okay.
movie, or
Yeah,
something,
yeah,
or
yeah.
something,
Mhm.
or
The
some
new
movie
one,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah, and basically, the director or the actor with her was talking to her about certain things that he shouldn't be in her eyes. Discussing about his past porn addiction,
Oh.
and then talking about some other stuff,
Yeah.
and basically ended up with like her putting sexual harassment on him, and then being with him and Ryan Reynolds in the same room as they were talking about all this stuff. Yeah. So
Weird.
yeah.
Mm.
So basically, like, there's a whole suit with that situation right there. But that's
Mhm.
crazy though to me.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
just
think
like,
I could talk about like sex with somebody
yeah.
who's like not my person.
I mean, like on the podcast, me and D talk about sex all the time.
That's why I'm just like, where is the line?
I think it depends on the person, and then
Yeah.
also
The
it depends
intention?
on it depends on intentions on the person and also on your partner,
Mm.
how he feels about you being open about certain topics with another male per se. Obviously when I was single, like I had no boundaries at
Because
all.
my
Like
girlfriend's so worried about me talking to men.
Oh.
Yeah.
but I don't know, like I just had no boundaries, so it was kind of like whatever
Mm.
we wanted to talk about, we were talking about. But now knowing that I'm in a relationship, I have to be respectful of the things I say. But I think like him and I actually had a conversation about this.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he asked like, what is the boundary? Not to be controlling, just more so like to understand.
Right.
And I asked him like what he would not want to see, for instance, just so I can see if I agree with it
Mhm.
or not. And he was just like, hey, like I would just appreciate if you weren't going like into crazy details about your past relationships anymore. Like whatever you've said already, obviously. But like now that I'm your man, like I would only it would only be fair to ask for respect where you're like, let's say we're talking about like
So
what's the best sex of your life, and I'll
So
go
you
into
don't
details
talk about your
it.
past like that? Like,
What's that?
you don't talk about your past like that?
I only bring it up when it's relevant to a certain conversation, and I will preface it. Like, is that the word where like I say,
Preface it. Yeah.
what is it?
Preface.
Preface. Thank you. I'll preface. Wait, what? That does not sound
I
right.
think it's both. You can use both.
Preface. Yeah, they're both. There's
Okay.
similar words.
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
Thesaurus.
Yeah.
So I would say like, hey, like I'm just bringing this up not to bring up my ex. It's just relevant to the current situation, and he respects it and values it. When I say it that way. But generally speaking, I don't really speak about my past, or I don't even want to know too much of his past because it's past, and like he seems to be very rational and very self-aware. So I know he reflected on his past and learned from whatever that could be. Obviously, you want to know like major things about someone's past. So like I said, hey, I was married to a woman. I think every man that I'm dating should know that, because like if you are dating a manly man, masculine man, like it might be a turn off for them. It might not be. You never know. But like I want to let you know. I don't have to tell you this, but I feel like I owe that to a person. And I've said like a couple of other things that I would want to know. Now, do I want to talk about every single ex and every single, like I would not go to Rumba for lunch. I'm like, oh, I was here with my ex the other day, or like, last year and I loved this place. Like there's
damn.
It's just not necessary.
Yeah, no.
I feel like I've done that. Not with this one, but I've definitely done that. I was just like, never saying that shit again. It's just like, she knew I got like dinner from one place, but I don't understand the capacity of just you hating a restaurant just because you went there with your ex. It's like, yeah, I went here. Like, I've had other dates before.
Yeah.
Just like, it's like, you can't, like, I get the fact it's like, oh yeah, we made out right on this table.
Yeah, like
that
don't
I
go
understand.
too crazy details.
Yeah, but like, like, oh, how'd you find out about this restaurant? Oh, just came here a couple times. But then is it really being transparent and being honest with somebody at that point? Because then are you taking
Well, if
away
they ask you, it's different. So like if you say like, oh, I've gone here, like let's say she's like, oh, have you been to Rumba before? And you know, you're like, oh yeah, I have been there. I really like the food, and you leave it that way, good.
Yeah.
But like if she asks you, oh, who did you go there with?
So you would like not to know certain things.
Yeah,
Right.
there's no.
I feel like
need
it's
for it.
irrelevant to know.
Yeah, it's irrelevant.
Yeah, it's like unnecessary information.
Like, what are you gonna tell me? I can't go to Rumba anymore?
Yeah.
Like, that's how I feel like. I feel
love
like
how angry you were. Just like nobody's gonna.
no, because
tell
I'm a
me
big
to-
foodie. So if you
You're
tell
like,
me I
me
can't go
too.
to
I
a
know,
restaurant
that-
because I went
I
here with
know.
somebody,
I
Yeah.
feel like your appreciation goes to Roomba itself. Just
Yeah,
like they
seriously.
have the most amazing ribs ever.
Yes,
They
they
are.
really do.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
that's why you're not telling me not to go Roomba. I'm
But
gonna
see
go-
now, if
yeah.
my ex is bartending at a place, then
Yeah.
that's relevant
yeah.
information. You have to like you almost should say that. But if it's like, oh yeah, we all dated, like let's not act like we didn't. But
Yeah.
sometimes I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I'm sitting there, I'm like, I don't wanna know your girlfriends. I'm gonna act like I'm your first fucking girlfriend ever. I just don't wanna know.
That's
I don't want to know a
crazy.
lot of things about
Yeah.
people's past. There's like one thing I need to know about people, but that's really it. Everything else I'm okay with.
Yeah.
You're such a G. I swear to God.
Yes, yeah.
I just need one thing.
Just one
You
information, just like
better-
one little piece.
Yeah. If not, we're gonna have
Everything else I don't
problems.
care. I know you had sex with other people
What-
before me.
What
Move
was
on.
the? What's the one thing you gotta know?
Yeah, you have to expose
Yeah.
it now.
What do you mean? I need to know if they have an STD or not.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's
Sex
absolutely.
health.
Yeah.
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 Most people won't like tell you that though.
Oof.
Like someone
That-
literally like
yeah.
showed up to a date and was like, "Before we do anything, can we both get tested?" And I was like, "Can I have an appetizer first? Like what?
Mm.
Like I don't know if I want to go past this."
I've actually had something like that happen to me too, where it's just like, hey, like, just, you know, I'm not gonna have sex with you until we both get tested. I was like, shit.
I respect it.
I respected too. It was just thrown
It
off.
caught me off guard.
Yeah,
But then he
literally.
like proceeded to talk about his ex the whole time and how they got like monthly testing. And so I was
Oh,
like,
God.
Oh, that's a
really
little-
and I was
weird.
like, that's weird. 5
Yeah.
years and you guys are getting tested monthly. Are you guys
Yeah.
like not cheating on each other? Like I'm
Yeah.
confused.
Like, why would you need to after like the first one?
Mhm.
It's almost like
yeah.
he, in my mind, my toxic mind was like, oh, you must be fucking other people
Yes.
that you want to get tested constantly.
Yeah.
Like,
I just thought that was so random. And he talked about his ex the whole time, and I was like, this is
Oh,
traumatic.
that's red flags.
You're talking about your ex
Yeah.
of 5 years that you had to get tested every month with. I don't
Damn.
want to see you ever again.
yeah,
Mm.
seriously, that's so weird. Again, if the conversation, if them bringing their ex is relevant to a current conversation, I understand that. I'm very, very like okay with that. But
Now,
if you're
I
just
heard
going-
a story where one basically, an ex reached out to somebody outside of me. This is outside of me. But basically, in this situation, though, the ex just got cancer.
Oh, Jesus.
So obviously he wanted to talk to her about this, and we
You told
discussed
me,
it.
yeah, we talked.
But the current new girlfriend was like, no, you
Oh.
can't talk to her. Like, still, like, that's too close. Ba 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 ba. And mind you, she's a new girlfriend of like 2 or 3 months or something
Oh,
like that.
relevant.
Yeah. I mean, timing and everything is all, but the guy that was talking, I forgot who the guy was, but he was like, no, it's just humanity, bro. It's
Yeah.
like that's somebody
you
that
once
you,
loved
yeah,
that person.
Part of your
exactly.
life.
For the
And
person.
and that's why I'm saying it's just like, where does that line lead? Where it's just like, where is it okay for that person like to reach out and just like, oh hey, like, have you both, like, now it's been a long enough time. It's like they lived their life, you lived your life, and like now you're separate. Like now you have two different roles in lives, but now you can appreciate that person for that role. Like
Yeah.
one of the greatest shows right now is This Is Us. I'm not sure
Love
if you
that
guys
show.
Mhm.
love it.
great.
It's one of the best shows ever. I
It's so
swear to God.
heartfelt. Like it
Yeah.
actually feels so relatable.
I feel like Randall cries every other scene.
Yeah.
Like he's so good at it.
I love a man who cries.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
And the way that he cries is so strong. It's like,
Yeah,
yo,
like he really sells it. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm
Yeah.
crying now.
yeah.
No.
Definitely watch
Need
the
to
show
watch
if
it,
you
yeah.
get
Yeah,
it.
it's very good.
It's so good. But yeah, in it, like I just fuck, I forgot the topic I was trying to hit. But through the X's of everything like that, finding that line where
Mhm.
it's okay to like, okay, we're past this, and now we can talk amongst ourselves just because and admire each other. Oh, it was this is ahead in time. Sorry for the spoiler if you haven't watched it, but Kathy, I think it was the girl,
Okay.
the sister.
hmm
She gets divorced, and like they have like not like a nasty divorce, but basically at the like as they're getting the papers and everything, like she tells them like one day you're gonna realize like this is good that this happened or whatever the terms were, and then like there's a flashback because this is a generational sitcom drama, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's basically taken through the time of their parents, their lives, and then their children's lives, sort of like that. And like it goes back and forth through in between of all that, which is great writing. But so it goes back so it goes into the future of like him just finding a new love, finding like new like life, and their kids still growing up, and them just co-parenting, and like they both find loves. But then it goes back to the like that divorce situation. It was like that's never gonna happen, and then it sort of flashes back of him like moving on, just finding a new apartment, and then afterwards, like just finding a new life. And then he just calls her, and like as they're talking, he just, what you said to me during that divorce situation, you were right. Like through time, like we'll appreciate this and we'll appreciate this situation, and we can be around each other, and love will still be there. Not the romantic kind,
Right.
but it'll be just love mutually. Exactly. Like for what we had, for for what's to come and everything like that. Because I think that's important, like to have that kind of like an appreciation for an ex. Like like you shouldn't
Yeah, I have
fully.
chills when you were just said that, because like that's what I feel like now, because I'm so grateful for my ex, because he's such an amazing person. It's just we weren't good together, and that's fine. Like people don't need to be together. Like sometimes we outgrow each other,
Yeah.
But like I still wish him nothing but the best, and it's just like nothing but love. Like I don't think I could ever say a bad thing
You
about
still
him.
consider them as a friend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I was
Like
gonna
if I see him again, I would like hug him like
Right.
nothing ever
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah.
But it's just
But you needed that time though
yeah,
to
and
separate
space like
that.
definitely gives you that with anybody, like friendships, relationships, like being apart from people, like, it either is going to show you how great they were or how like much like you don't need them anymore. But like it happened. I'm grateful for the memories, and
Yeah.
life goes on.
And you've experienced so much with them. And like, this is why like I wish I had better exes where like the things ended healthy way and not toxic.
Yeah.
Because I mean 3 years of your life were spent with
Right.
somebody day to day, and now they're gone, and you're supposed to just live somehow without them by yourself. Like how is that even possible? And then you enter a new relationship, and it's like certain experiences, certain places you go are going to remind you of the ex. So it's like it's always like a negative thing to bring up your ex in the moment, because it's like, oh, it's your ex. Like, why are you talking about your ex? But like that was my best friend for 4 years, and they're not here anymore. So how about just be more,
I can hear it in your
understanding?
voice just from that, just
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
No, and of course it's something that you should appreciate at the end of the day, or
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
what that person brings to you.
I think
You want to say something, Vic?
I do.
Don't.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. No, I'm just kidding. Go.
Poor Vic, seriously.
No. I mean, I agree. It's like I have 2 exes that I'm very good friends with. One was a short-lived relationship, but we've been friends for a long time. And another one was my longest relationship before my current wife, who were both became friends afterwards, because it was like, especially that long one was the same thing. It was just like we're going to destroy each other as a relationship.
Right.
But we are good friends. Like we work together well as a unit, not as a unit, but as friends.
Sometimes it's better off as friends than like
And
the
exactly.
romantic
And I saw
relationship,
that
and that's
like
how I feel.
immediately after that, it was better. And then when I met my now wife, Luza, one of the first things, because these 2 people were important in my life, because I still care about them and
Right.
everything.
Yeah.
Like that. There's nothing like, romantic or anything, but I care about them. Actually, they both moved on. They both got married, actually, at that point already. So it was like,
I had kids.
yeah. And so one of the things I initially did, as soon as I could, I was like, oh, let me introduce you. And I just brought we were only dating for like a month or 2.
Oh.
And I was, because she was only going to be here for that time before we went long distance. But I was just like,
But it turned out to be your wife, though. That's also a
Yeah,
pretty
I
crazy
know,
thing. It's
right?
just like
And
you never know who's gonna be that
and
person.
I wanted her to be okay with these people and not be worried about the fact they're an ex, because I'm not going to X them out of my life because they're good friends.
Right.
Right.
So I was just like, hey, come to coffee shop and where they work. And it's like, oh, this is this person. And she already knows fully who this person
Yeah.
is the whole time. And then vice versa. And now we're all good friends.
But you don't hear that often. Like a lot of people cannot be friends with their ex.
Mm-mm.
And I'm not saying that like in a bad way because like obviously I couldn't be friends with my ex right
not
away.
all of our
but
exes
as like
either.
time goes on, I could look back and be like, see my ex, and maybe I could be like, fuck you, or like I could say hi depending on how you treated me.
Right.
But some people are like, oh, I can't be friends with my ex. I'm like, yeah, I could. Like I really could.
But
Because
it
it's
depends
like,
on them though. Like, are they
yeah, because a lot of people
capable
are weird
Yeah.
about it and like understandable.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's emotions and everything
Yeah.
behind it, and like whatever happened, transpired between you two, obviously affects like how you feel, and like, and if you still have feelings for them, that's the huge
Yeah.
question of it
Mhm.
all. It's just like, have you moved on, or have you just like, you're just wishing for this moment to appear, and then like whatever sense of expectations that you have for this situation, which the expectations are just what is the other quote?
Oh.
Expectations are a blank to blank blank.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm not helping you
No,
much.
my
Sorry.
brain.
I was hoping Vic would just take it. I know
it's-
exactly what you said.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it works like that.
Yeah.
Mm,
It's
no.
definitely one of my favorite quotes.
Yeah.
Could you look it up? Just
fine.
expectations.
Quote type
Yeah.
of thing.
Expectation quotes.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be one of them eventually.
Yeah.
I'll
Like
probably see
expectations
it
lead
and
to like disappointments or something, maybe.
Yeah, something like
Something
that.
like
Pretty
that.
much, it goes into that where it's just
I think
like
it just depends on like how everything goes.
yeah.
Because like a lot of people don't want to deal with like the inner works of itself, I guess.
And also
Mhm.
whatever their current situation is, maybe they have their own partner they have to
Yeah.
deal with
Yeah.
this and that. I know with one of them that I'm friends with, when she got a new partner and everything like that, when we started to try to make plans, I started making plans through him. It just started to naturally that he was texting me. He was like, "Hey, I was talking with this with my girl, and we were talking about setting up these plans." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
And he started to be the main communicator. I was like, "Okay." I mean, I don't mind. The
That's
plans
pretty
are
cool,
still being
though,
made. We're
'cause you
hanging
don't hear
out.
that.
But
Yeah.
it's like, okay, I get the boundary here is like no direct communication as often. You know, it's like if we're gonna be making plans, loop it through this way, which I'm okay. Like I respect this, but
Yeah.
but sometimes it just develops like that. Like I could imagine somebody else getting all like, well, I don't need to communicate through you. Like I
Yeah.
know her.
Mhm.
I'm gonna talk to her and like get all prideful about it. You
So,
know,
Yeah.
so let me ask you this, just because of
my laptop
you-
died by the way. So
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Don't worry about it. You mentioned a little bit of something about like how you preferred somebody to approach you in person rather than, I guess, online or anything like that.
And that's
Would
always
you-
better.
Like more organic.
I guess. I mean, like, what is organic if it's coming from your heart? I guess, in the sense of just like, even if it's through text or anything like that. I
Well,
just
it's like
like
saying like if I'm working out in the gym and someone approaches me, not that I want that because that's my safe space, but
right. That's
if you
what
were
I'm
to
saying.
approach
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
but like I think it's nice because it's like different because
Mm.
everyone nowadays lives so much through their phones that
Mm.
like they don't really know how to interact with another human nowadays. I feel like they're
Mhm.
socially awkward. And I also just feel like I would never approach a male because I just feel like the male should come to me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
But if I had to do it, I would because I'm just bold.
Have you ever had to do it? What would be your pickup line too?
Oh, this was a good one. I would go up to them, whisper in the ear, and be like, "How does it feel to be the cutest guy in the bar?"
Oh.
Okay, okay. I've heard some good pickup lines. That I would be like, okay.
if it was
yeah.
me, I might jump though once I hear a whisper in my ear.
Like, wait, who's whispering in my ear?
It's just like a voice out of nowhere. I'm like, I'm just like there eating a drink or just like with somebody or on my phone.
True, true.
You might
true.
knock me
Could be
right off the
scary.
bar stool.
Yeah, some
That's
people
so
come up to me and
But
they're like,
that'd
"Can I
be
buy
a
you a
great
drink?" I'm like,
experience
"No."
either way. That'd be funny.
Mm. Yeah.
That's so funny. I usually
I like
told-
quirky things, like stuff being said to me. Like it has to be kind of quirky,
Yeah.
not just something cheesy.
Yeah. I agree with that. But no
I'm
one
not.
ever
What's
comes
the
up to me.
difference between quirky and cheesy? Because I work with cheesy. I'm just like I'm the cheesiest motherfucker around. Yeah.
I feel like quirky is kind of like clever and like nerdy in a sense, where cheesy is like a flop in a way, where it's like, oh,
See, like even the way you rolled your eyes, that's literally me every time for every girl. It's just like I don't know why it worked, but okay, fine. You get to be
because it's like
stupid.
we expect it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like dad jokes kind of thing like
Yeah.
that. I feel like, just gotta have fun. I feel like just making fun of the situation at hand is just really
Yeah.
important. Like and that's what I think you meant by organic.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, but it's also just such a different time now where it's
Yes.
just like at a bar, like you yelling at somebody like in a situation like that. Just like I feel like women just feel weird like being approached at bars, and at the gym they feel weird to be approached at the gym.
I know some people get too close to me, and I'm like,
I hate when people are just like straight up like, "What's your name?" I don't want to tell you my name. How about like ask me something else?
Oh, I ask you something else. Yeah.
What do you want them to ask you though?
I don't know. Like,
Did you come here often?
No. No, I've never thought that deep into it, but it's just like,
wow, girl, that's a nice PR.
No, I don't know, just like, oh, like something different than just like, oh, I like your hair, which I don't get me wrong, like I appreciate people commenting.
Sound like you do.
What's that?
It doesn't sound like you appreciate that.
No, I do. Like, I'm just saying, like, I want something different, like you said, like
out of pocket.
Yeah.
Like I like your shoes.
Yeah,
pitch black bar. Can't even see them.
Can't even see them, but whatever. But people are constant. Like as a bartender, I just hate when people
ask me for my name.
You
would kill it as a man.
I know.
He'd be like, "Hey, bitch, yeah, you that's it. You see these two fingers? Yeah."
I don't know. I just hate when people ask for my name because then they know my name and it's like all I hear all night is Paulina, Paulina, Paulina. Like first, like ask me something else but my name and then have some form of a conversation. Then like if I like the conversation, I'll tell you what my name is. I get weird with my name. Like I don't want everybody to know my name, if that makes sense. No, because it's always been used.
Have you ever given a fake name out?
Yes.
Yes.
I agree. Well, what's your fake name?
Well, I use I guess it's not a fake name. It's my second name. It's Anna. I would just say like, oh, it's Anna. And then they're like, where you from? I'm like, fuck, I need to come up with like an American name. So no one ever asks me like, where you from? Because my name gives it away too. Like, oh, when I say Paulina, they're like, oh my God, it's so unique. Where are you from? And then I'm like, if I'm not interested in having a conversation with you, like I don't. Like my name just gives it away too fast, so I have to come up with some fucking.
I always have like a backstory in my pocket. My name is Steve. Sell life insurance. Yep. Come from Kansas. Yeah. But my family migrated from Colombia. Yeah, like
I actually might come up with
And then like the person.
Oh no, I have it. I have a whole story.
Yeah. Then the person you're talking to is like, oh wait, I'm actually from Kansas.
Yeah.
What town?
I'll be like, oh
Kansas City.
Keep it basic, baby. She's like, oh, what year?
No, because I got caught up in a lie once, and I was like, I didn't know what to do.
Well then,
I go to the bathroom.
Yep, gotta go. Yeah,
I got caught up real quick one time. I was like,
I feel like I haven't dated enough to like have these funny like stories. And
yeah, I wish I haven't.
Yeah,
they're fun stories, but like it's a drag.
That's so funny. No, yeah, I have not dated.
It's good for the content.
Yeah,
that's the only reason why I date. The stories are funny.
You'd be a perfect producer. I swear to God.
Yeah. Something
just say that. Perfect. Yeah.
Roll it.
Yeah, we need it.
Something you said earlier reminded me of a statistic I saw earlier. I love your guys' thoughts on it. Because you were saying like you want someone like to be a man, almost like there was a statistic saying now, women still pretty much want guys to be like a provider type, like established provider type, this and that. But then the other statistic that was paired with that was the fact that with the job market evolving in the way that it has, used to be that like a lot of these high-end positions were mostly male-dominated, so a lot of men usually had these positions that can be very easily in a provider set. But now with the shift, and nothing that it's bad, but like with women taking over a lot of these positions and stuff like that, the percentage of men being in situations that actually can sustain a providership or at least be more than their counterparts more often than not is way drastically lower than it was. So it's like a lot of guys are either making equal, or less in some cases, because now it's because there's both. There's this equilibrium, but a majority of women still want the provider type, even though now it's drastically almost like 50% less men in a situation where they can claim to be one.
Right.
Do you want a provider type of man?
I do. I feel like I'm old fashioned in that way, but not even like just like financially. It's just nice to be like, if they know how to build something, even is very like minimal.
I guess it's like, what do you define it to as?
Right.
Yeah, like a provider would be like the financial of it's nice if like we did things and like it was on like his expense, I guess. But it's also like emotionally, I want you to like be like there for me and everything else that just comes with it. Because I understand like the whole women are dominating more, but I also feel like it's because men are letting women down in a sense where it's like they feel like they're not going to provide for us, so now we have to step up to the plate. In a sense,
Good view. I mean, generally speaking, I can agree with you on that one. Like, I'm very hyper independent, and that's a trauma response,
Right.
because I've been let down and I had to pick up the slack. So, like, I think, like, speaking on like personal experience, I agree with you on that one. But then there's also just like so many more careers that women tapped in and became a little bit better than men. So that's why we might be leading certain industries. But with I had a point that I was making when you were talking shit. I forgot. It was such a good point. What were you saying, Vic? Like the last sentence that you said, do you remember? No, because I was gonna bring it up and I just like listened to 3 different people now, so I have to like pay attention to everybody.
So like I said, like the one statistic was that obviously women still want the provider type. This is old-fashioned. I do think it's still very popular.
Yeah, I remember now. Thank you.
Yeah, job markets are not equating that, at least in the financial aspect. There's of course like your point with being a man about it emotionally and stuff like that. But
so providing for me, like you said, like not necessarily financially. I mean, it would be nice if you were the breadwinner and majority of expenses are covered by you, because let's say I'm taking care of the family and the household. I'm very traditional like that as well. But to me, more importantly, it's like providing the safety and security that I can feel like you got me no matter what. And emotional availability, that's not availability, emotional, that's I guess that's what you say, right? Like just being emotionally mature enough to be there for me and provide that shoulder to cry on if I need to, and like be the decision maker if it comes to like bigger decisions, because I feel like I make so many decisions even in the online beauty business I have, and like everything, even at work, like I make so many decisions where when I come home, I just want my men to like be in charge of that. But then there's a lot of guys nowadays that are like, oh, even with stupid, like, oh, what are we eating tonight? Like I almost want him to pick every single time just because I'm not picky. But then sometimes they'll be like, no, like, can you please pick? Because I can't decide. And then I'm like, no, I can. But like, I just would rather you just decide on like everything that has to do with even eating out or grabbing takeout. Like I don't want to worry about it.
Like I don't want to think when I'm with my man. Like I want him to be like able to do things like without me telling him.
I agree with that. And even like I can relate on that with trips. Like there was one time I like literally forgot a passport from my fucking home because I was with a man. So I knew he's always like subconsciously I knew he was grabbing it for me.
You would think.
No, he did.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm
like,
not used to it.
No. Like, so I'm always.
They're usually forgetting my shit.
Oh, poor Kim. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well,
sorry too. It's okay.
No, I when I travel alone, like I'm on top of everything. But when I'm with the right person, like my brain literally turns off.
Right. So that's how like I want to feel.
Yeah, same.
I saw like a TikTok about this. It's like when you're with a man and then like he like continually grabs her from going like into traffic or hitting a pole, just like just like don't
That's so me too.
I've done that.
I love it.
It's like,
I'm like running into the street on oncoming traffic. He's like, get back here.
Stop that.
I have to stop my wife from a train.
Jesus. Thank God.
Yeah, it's just I think it's just like a security. Like we just feel safe. So it's like we want you guys to do it.
To be that type of providers. Should we
Reddit stories? Yeah. Kimmy, how you feeling now?
Yeah. Do you like it?
See?
I love it.
Yeah, it's so simple, right?
I think it's fun.
Just like, oh, no, it's just this.
Well, it's nice because you guys aren't like weird. Like I feel like when I talk to some people, they're very like closed off, and I'm like, am I the weird one?
Maybe I should just start doing that, just for the fun, just to like do that Eric Andre shit, just like some weird ass shit, just like have a naked dude just run through just like, what the fuck was that? Don't worry about that. It's just like, it's Harry. It's Harry. He's just going through it.
Yeah.
Harry Styles. Oh shit.
I have like two Christmas edition stories, but I have like 5 in general.
Okay, let's go with the Christmas. Vic, do you have any?
Yeah, I do. I
Should we do
back
one
on my
each?
phone. I don't have a Christmas one.
No, let's go with the Christmas ones.
Okay, but I'm saying like, should we do one each? Like us 3.
I have no idea what do you go with the Christmas first, and then we'll figure out the rest. Yeah, because then at least I can cut into the Christmas stories, So it's just like
okay. Okay, so it's the "Am I the asshole" part of the Reddit stories. Here we go.
Love it.
It's
Let's
my
go.
favorite
Yeah,
thread.
is it? Okay, I'm glad. You can always find a good story in
His
there.
searches, am I the asshole?
Yeah.
Christmas edition, though.
Literally.
I'm scared now.
Am I the asshole for telling my boyfriend's family I needed my hands amputated after they kept giving me craft supplies as gifts?
Your hands amputated?
Yeah. When I saw that, I was like, what the fuck? I need
Okay.
to
I
read
almost picked that one
Yeah.
too.
this. You
That's
did?
Almost did.
Did you read it?
No, I didn't. I just saw
Okay.
the title. I was like, maybe.
I mean, it's ridiculous, honestly, but I'm just going to read it.
I'm happy to hear it. Yeah.
I, 25-year-old female, have been with my boyfriend, 26-year-old male, for about 3 years. I'm really into crafting and love reusing things most people would throw away, like empty bottles or soda tabs. Over time, my boyfriend's family started saving things for me, like old cans or random scraps, and honestly, I thought it was super sweet. I've always appreciated that they thought of me. But here's where things got kind of weird. My birthday is super close to my boyfriend's sister, like only 5 days apart. So we had a joint birthday party last year. As gifts, they gave me a bag full of craft supplies like soda tabs, empty bottles, and some random other bits and bobs. I mean, it was thoughtful in a way. But then his sister got these super nice gifts like Pandora charm bracelet and an Apple Watch.
Oh.
I felt a little embarrassed, to be honest, but I kept smiling and thanked them because I really do appreciate gifts in general. My boyfriend noticed, though, and he got really upset. He even wanted to call them out, but I told him to let it go and not cause drama. Then last Christmas happened. A few days before, I would hurt my wrist at the gym. Nothing major, just a scrape and some bandages. But I hadn't told his family about it since I hadn't seen them. Only my family and my boyfriend knew what actually happened. So Christmas morning comes and we're all opening presents together. His family gave everyone else these amazing gifts: new shoes, jewelry, and iPhone, gift cards worth like hundreds of dollars. When I opened mine, I got an empty soda bottle, some used and dirty aluminum foil, and a handful of soda tabs. That was it. Look, I'm all about crafting, but this felt kind of insulating. My boyfriend was fuming, but we decided to keep quiet for now. Then
Insulting.
What?
Insulting.
What did I say? Insulating?
Insulating.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, did I actually read it that way?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's fine.
you
It's
did.
My
fine.
bad.
Yeah.
So look, I'm all about crafting, but this felt kind of insulting. That's so funny. My boyfriend was fuming, but we decided to keep quiet for now. Then his family asked me, all smiling, "Do you like your gifts?"
Oh.
I just
No.
snapped. I smiled back and said, oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. But unfortunately, I won't be able to use them anymore because of my accident. They looked confused, so I explained very seriously that my injury was worse than it looked and that both my hands would have to be amputated.
You like actually amputate?
My boyfriend
I'm
nodded.
just surprised they believed it.
Yeah, so my boyfriend nodded with a straight face and added that we hadn't told anyone yet because it was a really emotional
Okay.
situation for me.
Okay.
So I love that he went with it.
He's like, unlock. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah, fuck them.
Their faces went white. They started apologizing, saying they had no idea and how awful they felt. A few of them even looked like they might cry. I just nodded and said, "It's okay, I'm used to it by now," and left it at that. We left shortly after. Here's the thing. My hands are totally fine. It was just a couple of scrapes, but I was so hurt and angry about the gift that I wanted them to realize how thoughtless they were being. My boyfriend thinks I was justified, but later his sister texted me saying I was cruel for making a scene and guilt-tripping the whole family on Christmas. So now I'm starting to feel a little bad. Did I go too far? Am I the asshole? Thoughts?
Absolutely not.
Oh, you
Right?
don't think she
I don't think she
being-
did anything wrong.
I just love that the boyfriend was on board.
No, I'm glad that the boyfriend was on board,
Yeah.
and it's just also the question is like, how long were they in a relationship
3
for?
years.
3
Oh.
years.
And you're getting crafts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I found kind of like thought was weird.
I feel like they don't like her. Maybe that's why they
I was like, or
empty
does she have
bottles.
like an actual like craft hobby or something?
No, she does.
Yeah.
She made it very clear that she does, but like,
Yeah,
I'm
but-
sorry, if I'm getting empty bottles for Christmas,
Yeah,
like,
no,
come
that's-
on, dude.
yeah,
Give
yeah.
me like I don't know, I just saw this cute craft coaster maker on Amazon.
or
like,
like
get
a
me
kit,
something like
something like that.
new
Yeah.
and not just used and dirty.
Yeah. Yeah, or at the very least, it's just like, okay, give the other family members, if you do like them more, like, because obviously some family members
Yeah.
are tighter, and it's like, I'm gonna get you an Apple Watch. I'm not gonna give my second cousin a fucking laptop just
Yeah.
because of that. Like,
Right.
so it's just respectful in the sense of, you know what? okay, like I'm gonna give them their gifts separately, then
Right.
I'm gonna give you your gifts completely separate. So like it's not you opening it up and then like they get like a VR set and you get
Yeah.
another fucking bottle
DVD player.
caps. Yeah, like what dookity who's or whatever shit. Just like what are you doing? It's like that I find disrespectful. Or just like you should be mindful of other people, but at the same time, the part where I find is just like I guess in her part wrong is and not like wrong, but like you shouldn't expect anything. Like Christmas time is like just spending time with
She
family.
did say, like, she's
I
like, hey,
agree.
I
I
appreciate
heard
the
that.
gifts, but
Yeah.
it's almost like,
Yeah.
in my opinion, she just felt like I would rather not get a gift than
Yeah.
get this.
But that's why I'm saying it's just like
Yeah.
separate it from the other people.
Yeah.
Then if you're gonna do that, then you should be mindful enough of like I'm giving somebody a fucking like I've done like gifts like that where I was like I'm getting somebody something really special and I'm getting somebody like something normal like under like 25 or 50 bucks and it's just like but I'm not gonna give it to those same people at the same time so they open up as like who I love more. It's like that's just a terrible situation at that point. So the family fucked up there, but I just also feel it's like granted it's like 3 years and like the boyfriend I'm glad he was behind her but I just I feel like that first conversation if I was the boyfriend I would have just talked to my family.
I would have
Well,
done that too. I
yeah
would've
like
been like, "Hey,
even
Doc's here."
like after the first year and you were that upset like I don't cool we won't make a scene but I'm gonna say something
Yeah.
eventually to my parents
I
to be
agree.
like you can't be doing that.
I would have asked him to handle it.
Yeah, I would have
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, absolutely. It's a family affair. So
Yeah.
it's like you should expect
But
like
the
the person.
amputee, that was so
Yeah.
Like,
genius.
give me a Starbucks gift card at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Not an empty Coke bottle.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't think it's that terrible of a joke. It's just like, like she just pulled off like a prank.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so did
Yeah.
I. It's just doesn't mean that she's not an asshole for it. Like
Then I also
yeah.
feel like maybe the family thought that, like she enjoyed it. Like every time she got the present, she probably was like excited.
Ooh,
So they
I
kept,
didn't think about that.
maybe,
Like,
like-
She should have been very honest.
so maybe like she was excited
Yeah.
every time we're like faked it. So that's why they're like, oh, she loves this shit. Here you go,
yeah,
more
like,
bottles.
one more year, bottle caps and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like you could definitely like up your game at that point. It's
Yeah,
like,
3 years.
Yeah, like
Not like
given the
started dating a
same
month
shit. Just
ago.
Yeah.
like you've talked to them like throughout the year. Like I'm sure you found out more about
Yeah,
them.
not
Like
just crafts.
exactly. Like
Yeah.
what their
It's
hobby.
like me getting a pair of gloves
Yeah.
every year because I'm cold.
Yeah.
So you know about me? I'm cold.
I'm a cold girl.
I am a cold girl though.
Oh, I
Gloves.
Yeah.
You are
yeah,
the cold.
yeah,
My fingers are usually blue.
Do this.
Oh, shit.
So anything warm is appreciated.
Yeah.
Who's
Like-
next, Vic?
Am I the asshole for refusing to move my daughter's room from my fiance's home office? So I, a 32 male, have been with my fiance, who's a 30 female, for 5 years. We're planning our wedding for next spring. I have a 10-year-old daughter, Lily, from a previous relationship, and Lily's mother passed away
Oh.
when she was just a baby. So it's been just the two of us for most of her life. Now, my fiance, Emma, has always had a cordial relationship with Lily, but never been particularly close. Recently, Emma suggested that Lily should move into the smaller bedroom in the house to make space for her home office.
Mm.
As Emma works from home, Lily's current room is the second largest in the house next to our master bedroom, and she loves it. I told Emma that I didn't want to uproot Lily from her room, especially since she's already been through a lot. Emma was
Fair.
upset and accused me of prioritizing Lily over her needs.
Of course, bitch.
She argued that
Jesus.
as my
Terrible.
future wife, her comfort should be equally important.
Oh,
I
God.
suggested converting part of the living room into a workspace, but Emma insisted that having a dedicated office is essential for her productivity. Now, there's tension between us, and Emma feels that I'm not considering her needs in our shared home. I want to support Emma's work, but I also want to ensure Lily feels secured and valued. So
Am I the asshole?
there is an update, but
Okay. I don't even need to hear it. I'll tell her.
scared.
Yeah, honestly, no.
Yeah, it's like, nah, you're wrong.
yeah.
So
Like,
wrong.
yeah, just like how? Oh,
How big of a room do you need?
right.
Like a desk.
Yeah.
I think just she seems like, I don't know, they probably like a deeper issue in here. Like she might, I
Yeah.
don't know, might be
The
not
fact
feeling
is,
that
there
important.
is another room.
But that's
use.
what I'm saying.
Like,
There's another room.
I mean, I understand the privacy thing, but like,
But that's
Do
the
you think,
other
do you
room.
think this
Yeah,
is
that's
low-key,
what I'm
like, her
saying.
screaming for attention? Because,
maybe.
like, maybe the dad has been so consumed with the, you know, with his ex-wife or ex
Or a daughter, with his daughter, and
daughter,
maybe she
and
thinks she has to compete with the daughter.
right, that's what I mean. Like, maybe he's upset about the situation, like the passing away, and he's so consumed with the daughter that he hasn't been
Mhm.
giving her attention. Maybe
You know what
that's
But
why
at the
she's
same,
acting
that's
out.
justifiable in my
Yeah.
eyes. Like,
No, I'm not
yeah,
saying it
yeah.
is. I'm just trying to like
No,
think
I'm
like
saying it is. I'm saying
justifiable what?
that he
Oh yeah. I
he's
thought you
looking at the
justifying
daughter.
Emma's.
Oh
No,
no.
The way
Yeah.
I saw it was like she was like, I felt like this was more of him testing her. It's like, are you gonna choose me over your daughter, or are you gonna choose like, because the whole comment about I'm your future wife, we have
Yeah.
to be treated as equals. I think
To
points
me, that
to.
screams attention.
I think that like points to like I asked you this as a way for me to subliminally test my
Mhm.
insecurity about feeling
Yeah.
like I'm gonna be second place in this marriage.
Well, maybe because it's your daughter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's
I
like
was
a
your
different
first. Why would
place
I not be?
altogether.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
my girlfriend has 2 kids.
Okay.
Yeah, I completely understand anytime or any situation she has to go to her kids.
Mhm.
Completely understandable. I will
Mhm.
never be a priority. Any woman that thinks that, like, or any parent that puts their partner as like the priority,
the
over
The
their
kids.
Yeah.
children, that's a red flag to me as a partner
think
right
so, too.
there. It's just like
Yeah.
you need to watch over your kids first.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's too many creepy stories with like if it was reversed around, like some guys that like looking at children too much or something, like the woman brings in the partner
Male.
too close, in too
Mhm.
quickly. And I've heard of horror stories of them putting cameras in
Yeah.
the bathroom and other stuff like that. And it's just like, and not to say um females do that or something. I don't know if they do, like, but I'm sure there's a case somewhere
Yeah.
on some shit. But regardless of that, it's just, I would never put my child,
Second.
yeah, it's just
No,
ridiculous.
that's
It's
so
like,
bad.
you better come in that relationship understanding
Yeah.
this child is going to be priority. And I
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
was
be
just gonna
willing.
say this is why I don't think I would be able to date somebody with a child.
Mm.
Just not just because of that, but also just like I want to experience those big moments like birth, like pregnancy with you for the first time.
Mhm.
I'm not saying like it's fully like
Selfish.
I don't care. I don't
Selfish.
care. That's just my
Yeah,
princess
no, that's
freaking
okay.
fairy tale
Yeah.
in my head, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I'm gonna get.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
But yeah, I spoke with a man with a relatively
Spoke
small
with
child.
the man.
Whatever, a guy. I talked to a guy.
No, it's
No,
true,
you said it
yeah.
right. You,
Oh.
there's no
Yeah, it's
grammar.
just,
Oh.
I
It's just-
spoke with a man. It's like, yeah, okay, I hear you.
And he was fine. Like everything was fine. I just couldn't get past the fact that he had 4-year-old daughter.
Okay.
And some women would look at it as like, oh, he's experienced. He's already a great father. He's gonna be a great father to my child, like because he wanted more kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in my eyes, I'm like, no, I want to figure it all out with you, baby, from the beginning. Like I
Okay.
don't.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's like, okay, you can, like, if we're planning to have more kids, then that's sort of understandable in that sense. Like,
Mhm.
but if we're just your kids, then, then that's where a divide sort of comes into it. And then, like, the values, obviously, of what you want and what they want.
Yeah.
And just like, okay, is this going to work really for us? Like, we like each other, but like you've said, it's just like, it wasn't meant to be. It is
Yeah.
what it is. But, children really take a big play at a relationship.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's sad to hear though that like she would think of that. That kind of reminds me of The Sixth Sense when she like was poisoning the daughter.
I don't
Like
think I've
Oh,
seen
the
it.
act like the mother was poisoning the daughter.
the mother was poisoning the daughter.
Yeah.
She died
Mm-hmm.
because she was continually poisoning, like making her sick because it wasn't her daughter. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
crazy
yeah,
people
but-
out there.
yeah.
Let's see the conclusion.
Oh yeah, the update.
Oh.
There's
Please.
the update. Since my last post, things have taken a dramatic turn.
Oh wow.
Didn't see this coming. After our heated conversation,
Oh.
Emma's frustration boiled over. and she decided to stay with a friend for a few days to clear her head.
Bitch, get over yourself.
You're
She
dramatic.
feels I've completely failed to
I love you too,
prioritize
though.
her needs.
Bitch, get over yourself. Over dramatic.
It is, it's a room. Like
I
you
just
get
want to make this
space.
like the TV right here. It's just like these two just
Computer
going at
got
it,
it,
right?
right?
Bitch.
And I've completely failed to prioritize her needs. And to be honest, I'm struggling with the intensity of her reaction. This isn't just about a room anymore. It's about values, respect, and whether we're truly on the same page about what it means to build a life together. Lily, in her innocent way, asked me if Emma is mad at her for loving
kid.
her room so much. And that question shattered me. I've always tried to shield her from adult conflicts. I always tried to shield her
That's
from
so
adult
smart.
conflicts, but I can't ignore the impact this is having on her. At this point, I'm questioning whether this relationship can recover. Can I marry someone who sees my daughter as an obstacle rather as part of our family?
Dang.
I don't know. I'm not sure what the next step is, but the wedding is officially on hold. I'd love to hear your thoughts again. This community has helped me find my voice last time.
Yeah, and that's why we put our stories to Reddit right there. You know,
I feel like that's a very
fun.
common sense story, though. I think you're talking to anybody.
Well, I
Yeah.
feel like it's something that you said earlier where it's more just like you want to hear a third person just because like, am I crazy or is this really the situation? Or maybe I'm not
5 years together at this
Yeah.
point. So
But can
like,
people
ridiculous.
comment on the Reddits?
Yeah.
oh yeah, there's a
There's
ton of
crazy
comments
comments.
on
Oh,
there.
that
There's a
doesn't
ton of
help.
comments.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some funny and some really crazy
Yeah,
ones.
most of
too.
the people are on his side.
Yeah,
They're
of
like
course.
red flags,
It's
this
like-
and
As they
that, yeah.
should.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Most of the people though.
crazy.
Like not all the people.
I would also just ask her, like, Emma, like, what is the deeper issue? Like, why are you looking at my daughter as a
competition.
like a threat or competition?
Right.
Am I not giving you enough attention? Like, can we talk about this? But that again, it all
Red
comes
flag.
down to fucking
Mm.
communication or lack of communication. Like, I'm thinking like she's acting this way because she's being neglected, or she's just a fucking sick bitch and needs to
Yeah.
just be let go.
Mm.
You know?
I mean, the fact that she also, the first sentence popped out to me now is like, she's always been cordial with Lily.
Yeah, that was
No,
Has
weird.
never
that's
opened up
weird.
to her.
Yeah.
Like, has never been
Yeah.
like accepting. It's like,
Mm.
where do you see this marriage going? Like,
Mhm.
you're entering this family. She's not going to disappear.
Yeah.
Like, you're going
Like
to
Cinderella.
be, you're
Yeah.
going to move in
Yeah.
from my girlfriend to her stepmother. So, you know.
Yeah. That was another thing though. Just on the low, like I've read some stories where they're just like the person is like sort of forced. Like I want you to call her mom. I was
Oh.
like, yeah,
Oh,
that's a
no.
big.
That's a
See,
different-
look how they both turned real quick. It's just
That's
like,
why we're
That's
friends.
the opposite end of the
you will
spectrum.
not forget me
Yeah.
forever.
No, because I have like a step grandmother. Like my
Mm.
grandfather remarried, and she was like, "You're gonna call me like Mrs. Phillips or like by my first name," and or like, oh no, she wanted us to call her Bocce.
Oh,
She's
grandma.
Polish. And my
Yeah.
mom's like, they're gonna call you whatever they want because you're not their grandmother.
Yeah,
So
Hell yeah, mom.
and like that's how my mom felt about it. Like
Good.
you're not gonna sit here and tell me.
yeah. I feel like it's just honestly like it's up to you. Like you said, like up to the kids or like their
Yeah,
decision.
what they want to
Like,
call you.
yeah, like if you really show that love to the like, and we had discussions about this about like kids not being yours,
Mhm.
and then just like, and then you find out they're not really yours, but like you raise them 17 years, 18 years,
Oh,
that kid is yours.
That's
Yeah.
yours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at least
Oh,
that's how
yeah.
I viewed
I
it.
feel-
It's just
I-
like
Yeah.
I
they
agree.
like unless for some reason the kid doesn't think that that you're a good parent or some shit, then that's a whole different
Mhm.
matter. But like if you love that kid and
Raise it like it's your own.
yeah, and just like you gave everything that you could to them, and I think the child would know who the parent
Mhm.
is, and it's just like, yeah, it's definitely a heartbreaker, unfortunately, but yeah, that shit is crazy.
That's
Oh.
crazy.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
good story though,
Yeah,
Vic.
that's good.
Yeah. People who have met A-list celebrities, what were they like? I remember sitting on the side of the road with a pack of cigarettes telling the universe that if it doesn't give me one good reason not to unalive myself by the end of the day, I will do it. I ended up seeing Daniel Radcliffe smoking a Rayleigh, I think outside of Starbucks. I think that's a cigarette. Yeah. I offered him a real cigarette, pretending to have no idea who he was. He said, "No, thank you. I much prefer the ritual of rolling my own." Which that is just, I like that dude. It'd be such a catch to like just meet him. I stayed silent for a second, and given my previous pack and with nothing to lose, I out of nowhere unloaded all my emotional baggage onto him right there, and then we ended up talking on the curb for over an hour. Eventually he touched my shoulder, looked me in the eyes, and said, I know it's hard, but please don't unalive yourself. He told me to imagine my girlfriend crying at my funeral, and as she sees my body being lowered, and asked if I want to make her go through that much pain. I actually got his phone number in the end, and from time to time he shoot me a text checking up on me.
That's so
And
cool.
if I ever told him I was feeling down, he make time to go grab coffee with me at Starbucks.
That's sick. I
Yeah.
love that.
Amazing.
So I figured it'd be a nice
That's
Christmas
cool.
story.
Awesome.
Yeah, right. Harry Potter saving the fucking day.
Literally.
I would
Love
love
it.
that.
This one is again super short. So, am I the asshole for wanting to play COD on Christmas instead of spending time with my wife and kids?
I'm trying to figure out what COD is.
Call of
Call of
Duty.
Duty. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, everyone. Yeah.
My birthday is on Christmas Day. I have always spent my birthday celebrating Christmas and never doing anything I want.
What's that?
My son is 3 and my daughter is 6. I spend a lot of time with them and my wife and barely see my friends anymore. This Christmas, I just want to play COD with the boys. I thought it was just so funny. I don't know why, but I just chose that. Sorry. They're all going to be playing COD on Christmas / my birthday, and I don't want to miss out. They are never online at the same time. My wife is incredibly angry with me and wants to throw my new Xbox out the window. I'm angry because I just want to play COD with the boys on my birthday. Am I the asshole? And then there's an edit. Okay, I'm getting flamed here. And I feel like TA, but I still don't think it's a crazy ask. I've never really celebrated my birthday. I was lucky if anyone other than my brother said the words happy birthday to me. My mom was super religious and made us spend every Christmas at church from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Jesus.
Oh.
The only acknowledgement I ever got from my family.
Religious girl over here. Oh, fuck that.
12 hours in church?
Yeah,
I love
nuts.
church, but not that long.
12 hours?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Insane.
I don't
And
know.
she said 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Yeah.
I think church is
Oh.
open that long on
I
Christmas.
did not even process that. I just thought like
That's what
8
the
a.m. to
face
9
was.
a.m.
Yeah, so the only acknowledgement I ever got from my family was a cake after dinner and a pack of socks once. I left home the day after my high school graduation, and that's when I met my boys that I mentioned in my post. We've been everywhere together, have literally saved each other's lives, and they are my brothers. They've always made me feel like my birthday was actually my birthday and not just Christmas. My wife has done this too, but not to the extent that the boys have. Also, we haven't gotten together since before my son was born. We all live in different states and never see each other anymore. So that was the edit to the story.
Aw.
But the COD, oh my God, I used to, the reason why I chose this was because, like, I used to fight my ex on this all the time. He
I
would,
knew
like,
that was coming.
constantly
Really?
play COD,
Yeah.
bro. Constantly. Like, but this is, I can relate to, like, I can understand where he's coming from. Like, he should be able to freaking play COD. It's not that big of a deal, in my opinion. But, like, my ex was running away from, like, responsibilities and played COD.
Well, that's different.
That's
Yeah,
different.
Different.
So,
Different. Yeah.
I didn't read the edit until later after choosing the
I was
That was
ready to take him down with it, along with it.
but like, what do you guys think? Like, do you sacrifice your hobby for Christmas, family time together, or do you like put your foot down and like, hey, like, I'm always doing things with you guys for Christmas, like, why can't I just go and play COD?
I think the question isn't necessarily the video game. The video game just so happens to be the meeting location.
Right.
Mhm.
That just so happens to be
Yeah.
the meeting location. It could
Of the
be if they
boys.
were all in the same
Yeah,
state, they probably could have just gone somewhere together
Right.
for his birthday. But because they're separate, it just so happens to be in COD, and that's the fun
Yeah.
activity they want to do. I think the decision here is more so him not wanting to do the typical Christmas family gathering and
Right.
instead wants to spend his birthday with his friends instead of his family.
Yeah.
I
Because
can
it's
see
he's
that part,
splitting the
but-
birthday with Christmas.
Yeah.
And like you said, he's tired of prioritizing Christmas over his birthday.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I feel for him, but the
too.
COD, I literally have learned to hate COD, Call of Duty, and I used to love playing COD with my dad, but my ex just like, ugh.
I keep
But-
hearing
Hesitated
cock,
with dad,
but-
and I was like, Dad?
No, yeah, my dad, like, we used to play when I was younger, and I loved it, and then like he just fucking ruined
But didn't
it
he
for me.
say in the Reddit that he hasn't played Call of Duty with all his friends in 4 years since his kids were born?
No, I
Yeah.
think you haven't seen them. Yeah, and that long, not the Call of Duty. So she might be pissed because he probably plays Call of Duty fucking every day.
I'm like, girl, how long does that take to play though?
Oh, you can
Infinite.
get sucked in. Yeah.
It's infinite.
Like if you spend Christmas morning with the kids and then
like 20 minutes. One game is approximately 20 minutes. But
it doesn't feel like that
going.
way. But
it's like my best friend is a gamer and he streams too, and he like will meet his boys virtually in the game, and they'll sit there for hours, like drink and play.
You know,
Like,
think
it's
of
like a
it. It's
get-together.
like getting together at the bar and just like having fun. You could be there for hours technically if you're having a good conversation. It's the same exact thing, but you're just talking on the headset, playing the game while
being
talking.
aggressive. Yeah.
So yeah, it can.
My brother used to
it could
play.
go
It was scary
in that sense.
Yeah.
But overall, you know what I feel bad for is people who have birthdays during Christmas. Jesus
On
really
the
fucks
holiday.
up everybody's
Yeah.
days, you know, because I like, oh, we'll just make it the same. like,
And then you get the shared gift.
That's such a
let me do the gift.
Yeah.
You don't get two gifts.
You get
one gift for two things.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
My birthday's the
Terrible.
28th, so my birthday's 3 days after Christmas.
You know who fucked up on that though? The parents. Like
That's why I
having
said.
sex.
So why do you guys conceive on
Come
this day
on.
on Dad's birthday?
You have,
Why
you
do we
have a
do
very
this?
clear 9-month lead up time.
Yeah, do
What
it
month
during
was
the
that,
summer. Make sure it's.
I
to
know,
the
and
summer.
I like calculated like when me and my brother were born. I'm like, so you guys were having fun on your birthday, and then my mom's birthday. So that's how we're all here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that also just to me, I never,
I think of weird shit.
measured it to that, but I'm gonna do that now. But I'm,
It's like fun to think about.
Yeah, no,
Like,
you're
9
right
months
about
ago,
that.
what holiday
Yeah,
was it?
Yeah, you know what was crazy is like I was born, and then like 11 months later, my sister was born. Like my dad and my mom just
Waste no time.
Oh yeah, I was just like, okay, we're good. All right, let's go again. It's just like, but yeah, it's just crazy to me. It's just like that he has to deal with that every year. So to give him a little something like that, I think that should be her present and just be like,
Yeah, it's like a little
just
bit,
have,
like,
have some
leeway.
fun. Like,
Go have fun.
like if you have to devote 2 hours out of the day a certain portion,
Yeah.
then just schedule it. You know, just like oh, we'll go here, we'll do whatever we have to do with family, and then afterwards, boom.
But that's the thing with these Reddit stories. People don't go into details about like
Right. Yeah.
underlining
factors.
issues, right? Like, oh, I fucking play Reddit. I play COD every day. I play COD every day, but I want to play again on Christmas Day. Then I would be pissed because if you're not taking care of your kids the way you're supposed to, because you're, let's say, playing for hours, then like, yeah, you're not playing on Christmas,
But
bro.
the other thing is the way he talks about this, it kind of just sounds like he was just like, maybe on Christmas morning, he was just like, no, I'm tired of this. No, the guys are getting together tonight. No, I'm gonna do this, and this is gonna be how it be. And then he comes over, it's like all like, and then it's like that's never gonna work.
No,
no, it's like I'm sure maybe it would have been a different conversation if it was like a few weeks, like a week, at least a week earlier. It's just like, hey, honey, I know it's Christmas Eve, but it's my birthday, and the guys are actually gonna get together on Call of Duty, and I would just love to have the night, like after 6 p.m., just be with them. You know, so if you still want to do something, let's go out during the day. You know, we'll make whatever. Like, but. For me, how he sounds like describing it sounds like it's just morning. He's just like,
well, did he say he plays Call of Duty every Christmas though? Is that what he said?
No, I don't think he did. No, I don't.
He
think
says that his wife has tried to make it feel like his birthday.
That's hard. Christmas is hard to like Trump. Like really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know if I celebrate any holiday to the fullest. Like that's
I
just
could tell.
Yeah, right.
I get that vibe.
Yeah. You know,
Back in
Christmas,
Poland,
I understand more of like people having that joy and just like really
giving
like
back.
Yeah, like Halloween, I get it. You know, like there's certain
candy.
Yeah, they just love dressing like whores. You know, men included. Not.
I know, they're crazy. They're acting like females nowadays, so it makes sense.
Do you think that's a problem right now?
What?
That men are acting like females right now?
I think it's a very big problem.
Oh yeah.
And then this is why you think I'm a pit bull.
Valid point.
Oh, okay.
Don't disagree.
Yeah. So you need a man that's more on the masculine side.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Like I always say, you want a man that, like, if you want to see me in my feminine energy, it is almost your responsibility to put me in that feminine energy, because guess what? I'm by myself. I got everything fucking figured out. I don't have anybody paying my rent or bills. You know, I do it all by myself. So if you want to have things changed, you need to be the one that's going to
Mm.
put me in that feminine energy where I don't fucking have to worry about anything. You know what I mean? Well, not anything, but like majority of the
I
things.
think like right now there is that dichotomy that is going on, or that dynamic of that similar situation that you're speaking of. I think it's balancing itself out in certain aspects with like extremes, obviously, where yes, there are feminine men, but through those feminine men, there is also now vulnerable men that allow you to open up. And yes, to reach that femininity, you need that as well, instead of just like, oh, it's masculine energy.
So, masculine energy doesn't necessarily mean you are closed off. Like that means you are actually in tune with your emotions and you are strong enough to actually be vulnerable with someone because you know who you are and you know that opening up, it's not going to change you or the situation. And if someone doesn't like what they hear by you being vulnerable, that's on them.
So that's a woman taking masculine energy.
No,
you're describing what you're doing.
Well, women in general, but women in general are more like, I feel like, in tune with their emotions because we reflect a little bit more on.
But so are you using masculine energy?
Yeah, I am. So part of masculine. So every man and a female have both feminine and masculine energy. Right now, I'm more so in my masculine energy because I have to. But like, I would love to eventually be like more on like feminine, like handle.
I would separate masculinity, femininity from emotional maturity.
Okay.
The whole thing with being vulnerable and stuff is, I think, attached to emotional maturity, which doesn't really depend on gender. I think like what you're saying with masculine energy is more so. I think that makes anybody more masculine is usually they're much more direct, clear cut. They're more decisive, and they're more of a, like a. Not a caregiver where you hold space and you take care of something, but more of like, I'm going to provide, I'm going to do what I have to do. I'm going to brunt a challenge. I'm going to brunt this and that and make it. It's like, you think of a masculine, like the stereotypical you think like more primitive is like the hunter, you know?
Yeah.
Someone's I'm going to make it happen. We're going to make sure we get through the winter. We're going to make sure I have the clothes that we need and the food that we need, right?
Right.
It's like that decision maker, that strength. There's a strength to it. To stand your ground and not be a pushover.
So what's femininity?
And then like the femininity is more of like that caregiver, nurturing, holding space, being able to, take care of someone and like do things like that. Where it's kind of like, well, as far as the energy is that nurturing energy. I think the vulnerability and the emotional intelligence, that's more of a, like that emotional maturity, which I think females... I heard this said today in a podcast I was listening to. Because the role women have played for so long, a lot of times you guys have had to just sit in a space with each other and not really have any task associated with it necessarily, which has led to deep conversation, conversation. You have to sit with yourselves for long periods because you're at home and this and that, and you have to... So, and you've got that model to you from generation to generation, how to just be with yourself, how to be with others and get deep. Whereas men, for generations, we have never been in that space until more recently. We've never had to just sit. We've always had a task. We have to work. We have to do this or that in a bigger scale, like as for long. So we don't just sit. We never sit. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Damn it. Where was my point? Oh, yeah. Now I remember. Yeah. So guys, on the flip side, guys never really just sit and do nothing. We usually have a task. Like there's apparently like a joke. It's like, it's always a guy and a third team, a third thing. Where it's like, we're always, let's play Call of Duty. Let's go to the bar. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's not just like, we never talk about like, hey, you want to come over and just sit on the couch and literally do nothing but just talk? Like,
you guys would be like, what? No.
Like, you mean not even a game? Like, are we putting on a movie or like, like, and is this work related? Like, why are we talking? Like, oh, are you okay? Is there something wrong?
I can't put on a movie and just watch it, bro.
You gotta talk through it.
No, I just feel like for women, like when I'm with girlfriends, like there has to be a couple questions. And it's just like there has to be,
Comments.
there has to be sex.
I mean, I
and
get
I'm
into
just,
some TV shows.
yeah,
Yeah.
I be
I'm
on
just like,
TV.
and
They're like,
she
"What the
wonders. I'm
fuck?"
just, and she wonders. I'm just like, what? Are you not in the moment? And I was like, well, it's interesting. Sex in the City right now. It's just like I've never watched the show, and it's actually really good. They have a
Yeah,
guy
it's
that's
really
like Mr. Big. It's just like Donald Trump. I was
Yeah.
like, he was that big, bro.
There's always a joke that like women will introduce us to the show, and we get really into it because we follow the
I
whole
live
thing
for
to a
that. I
T.
love that.
I feel
But-
like guys love women drama too.
Yes.
So if we get,
We have our own drama shows. I mean, music is pretty much drama.
no,
too,
but I'm
in
saying
our
like
own way.
that female drama is like entertaining to you
Yeah.
guys.
But I think it's funny because they always try to fight in the beginning. They're like, I don't want to watch this shit.
This
And
is
then
too
they're like 3
girly.
episodes deep, and then they're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Sex in the City, I'm cool with. Like, I watched Love Is Blind.
love that
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, I mean,
Watch Ultimatum.
I was watching all those. And I was like, I was admiring like the shots and how everything is produced on
Well
that.
done.
But god damn, that's brain rotting like viewership.
I
Like,
love it.
Like it's like you should have
But
your.
it's also like I
yeah.
feel like it shows like how real people can be and how relationships are. Because I feel like people have like this fake persona of like relationships are all good, fine, dandy.
Yeah.
And then like you see like the backstory of like the relationship. It's like, oh,
Is
damn
that in? I don't think that's in Love and Blind. Ultimatum probably.
Yeah.
Love is Blind is just like
but that's
6 weeks.
10
like,
days you fall in love.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
was like, what the?
I'm like, I mean, I've done that,
Like
but
you either choose to get married or not. I'm like,
it's not enough
what?
time.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, I was engaged after 4 months, so I can't really talk.
oh
But-
really?
I don't think there's a time frame on stuff like that.
I don't think so either. I feel like when you know, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes it
Was
seems
it a
little
nice
quick.
engagement?
No, he was cheating on me the whole time. Different.
Oh, I meant more like when he proposed it.
No,
Okay.
I love when someone proposes just to like keep someone around thinking, oh, I proposed, so that's my girl. Yet he was
No,
fucking
no.
cheating.
oh yeah, but we went to like Dominican Republic, flew me out. Like,
Gross.
Oh,
we had a big proposal. Yeah,
oh,
that was my dream though. So he had
what
no
a
choice.
waste! It's just like crazy. It's like that somebody would go like
That
That
much
length.
effort
Yeah,
just
it's
Give
to-
him
just
the
like-
ring back.
Like,
I gave him everything back. I didn't want nothing from him.
oh no, that
I
see,
would
I've
pound
never
that shit.
understood the concept of like he's keeping the ring.
Oh no, I'll just sell it.
Well, that's the thing. Everyone's like, "Oh, pawn it," and I'm like,
Disgusted me for the first time, like truly to the core. I was like, no, that's you don't
It
do
depends.
that.
If you're cheating, you don't deserve that fucking ring back. I'll literally go and sell it and get that money.
Oh no.
"Yeah, I don't want no ties
Like,
to him." So I was like, "I don't want
yeah.
nothing."
Like I feel like that's just too many legal problems, or like that's just too much hassle. But like, I just like, oh, like
I'm
I'm not saying
I
you're
don't
wrong.
care.
I'm
I
not
would
saying you're
definitely do
wrong
that.
in like if he's cheating on you.
Depends
like
how bad the
that's a
breakup
good-
is. If you're
yeah.
a piece of shit,
Yeah.
then you're
But that's
not
where I'm
getting
just
your
like,
money back.
I guess
Sorry.
that's fair,
Yeah.
but like that just shows how terrible that relationship was, and like
Yeah.
how you're not willing to grow from it to be like. I'm glad I like her answer. She's like, I'm just gonna be a better person, like live my life and be a better person. Your answer was like, you're
Nope.
just like,
I have zero tolerance
Yeah.
for cheaters, so
Yeah.
I don't.
I mean, I hate him, but
yeah.
it's just
but you let it go.
you have to. I
I mean,
can't.
I let
You let it go in like 6 months.
with some cash in her pocket.
No, I literally,
Like, I
that's
swear-
exactly what I did with my ex-wife. I
Yeah.
kept the ring and I sold it, and I went away for it, and I healed my soul, trust me. Like, I literally did that, and I'm proud of it.
It's like
and
the least.
would
I
do
get it. I
again.
get in the sense it's like the least they could do because of like all that bullshit. But
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I get both points. Like, mine is a little bit toxic, but like, guess what? It
Whoa,
helps me
whoa,
heal
whoa,
up.
whoa, whoa, whoa! It's toxic, not a little bit. It's toxic completely. It's just like,
I don't know. I just
yeah.
feel like, yeah.
well, you feel
That's like
entitled for it.
What's
Like
that?
you feel entitled that you should do that. That's
Yeah.
the danger where I'm just like,
mm,
how do you feel entitled of something that they got you as a like to be something for you guys to be together?
No, because
Yeah.
when you, what I'm saying is like,
Yeah.
I got a ring to shut my mouth. I got a ring
you can
to.
shut me up ring.
What's that?
You got like a shut me up ring.
Yeah, it wasn't like I'm in love with you and I want to marry you.
Mm.
No, like I was being cheated and you gave me the ring, so I'm not suspicious looking for answers.
Right.
Like you fuck with my life. Like I'm literally about to marry you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so in my eyes, like you want to do that, that's fine. I could go and cheat back, but I'm not that person. But I'll sell your ring, so you're never gonna get that money back. That's just my form of revenge. I don't regret it.
I feel like they don't even think about the money though.
No.
That's
what do you
wild.
mean? No, she was pissed.
Oh, she was?
Yeah, she was pissed. She's like, "Can I get that ring back?" I'm like, "No, you can't." She's like, "What do you
By the
mean?"
way, D, it's 2 hours and
Yeah,
10
no,
minutes.
I figured that. But hold on, I just want to finish this
Go for it,
topic.
go for it, go for it.
Just like, because this shit is wild to me. It's just
Do
like,
not clip this.
I'm gonna completely clip this.
No!
Just like I'm gonna keep the ring, motherfucker. This is a steer warning
No, like,
to
don't do
anybody.
me dirty. I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep the ring.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
I'll
not gonna
keep
keep
that
the ring.
too,
I'm
like-
gonna sell the ring. Like, I don't want anything to do with you, but I will sell that ring and definitely go away somewhere.
Okay.
Ski trip.
Listen, in that part, I'll let it go in the sense of like they did you dirty. Okay.
Yeah.
But generally, I think that if a woman keeps the ring on a just mutual break,
Mhm.
you're a fucked up individual.
Oh yeah. I mean,
100%.
just to keep it.
Yeah.
On a mutual break where it's just like, this engagement isn't gonna work. Like that Emma girl and chick and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, and then he was just like, well, it's just not like you're not accepting my daughter. Like, it's I know we spent this time, but it's just not gonna work.
Yeah.
Can I get the ring back? And it shouldn't even be a question, honestly, at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you should just give
It's
the ring
different.
back. Yeah.
If it's not working out, like if it's kind of like a normal situation where it's like, hey, I thought we can be together, but there's what?
I just,
You're not gonna win this
I'm
battle.
waiting for the butt. It's just like,
No,
what if
cheating.
they're cheating?
No,
Fuck
like
'em.
yep. Once you cheat, you're a fuck yourself. I don't care. I have zero mercy for that.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
No. If it's like,
You're
oh
over it, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I've been over it.
okay, just making sure. A little hostility here.
No.
Oh,
Oh.
Kim, that I'm clipping. That I'm definitely
No,
clipping
because
right
it's
there.
like no, it's like I have been over it. Like
It's
literally-
traumatic though. It's something that like you carry.
Yeah. No, I've seen her so many times. It doesn't bother me. Like she's air to me. Like literally, like I'm like, who are you? Sorry. Like
Look
it
at
does
those
not matter.
eyebrows, bro. They don't lie.
No.
Kim has good facial
She
expression.
does. She's
I was
good
just
for
like,
it.
yeah, no, I know. I'm reading Kim.
No,
like, my
no.
goodness.
That doesn't bother me at all. It's just like that just triggered me when the whole like ring and cheating and stuff like that. I'm like, nah, I'm fucking keeping that ring and selling it.
Damn, Poe. All right, I
Yep.
learned something new about you. You know,
He goes, you never disgusted me, but this one was
Yeah,
disgusting.
this I didn't think
Coach
you would
should be
ever
like,
get to the point.
Never cheat on Poe.
Yeah, no, don't.
Yeah.
I won't cheat
No,
back.
life
'cause
lesson to everybody listening. Do not cheat.
No.
Point blank period.
Yep. Point blank. Period. Thank you.
I told Vic, I was like, if I ever end up cheating, it's gonna be basically a phone call before I cheat. Whereas
Good.
this is not gonna work. All right.
That's-
I'm not even sure if that's what I would say, but I would just have
Yeah.
to. I'm
You
gonna
would
have to end
things
this
before you do
Yeah.
something, which
Yeah, I'm
doesn't
gonna-
make it better
Better?
because you wanted to do it while you were with somebody.
Well, at least
but
you're
like,
pulling the Band-Aid off.
Yeah.
yeah.
Now. Can you get back with that person
What
What if
after
the
that?
person asks you
That's what
back
I'm
right
asking.
after
I'm
it
just like,
happened, knowing
it's
that
like-
it happened.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'd be like, do you love yourself at all? Like, why would you want me back? Like, I just went and fucked somebody else. Is that what you guys are saying?
I'm not saying that. I'm asking that. like, if that's what. Yeah, there's a clear cut difference between those two.
I was like, wait, was this the same question?
Yeah.
Wait, I'm confused. So,
You stated what I said, and I
Oh.
didn't say that. I just asked, like, can you get back with that person? You were just like literally speaking for me, and just like that person's scum and a piece of shit, and like they need to love themselves more. And I was just like, I didn't say all that. Like,
So you're
yeah.
saying
You like answered the question
Yeah.
by answering.
Like, would I get back with
I'm
somebody
fucking
if they
shot.
cheated on me, or they made a phone call? to
They
me
made the
saying-
phone call, and then they were just like, but they were honest with you, and then like,
How long's the time difference? Like after
oh,
this?
that's another question.
Well, is there a time difference where it becomes okay?
So it is a possibility. I'm
Yeah, I
gonna
feel
say
like,
that.
like I said, I feel like time creates like a space, like because you have more clarity to think about
Yeah.
things. So it's like maybe like I had the time to reflect. And be like, I don't want your ass back. Like,
Mm.
you know, some people are desperate enough to go back to it,
Yeah.
like so quick.
Yeah. Yeah, Poe has a very cutthroat in
So
relationship.
do I,
with
but like,
yeah, no, but like from what
That's
I've heard so
crazy.
far, right next to you, just like, no, I'm gonna sell that ring. Fuck that.
I'm healing. I'm in my healing era, so I'm very like soft.
Yeah,
nah, bro, don't let me
you
do
gotta
it.
get Kimmy here for part 2. And just like, where's the toxic Kimmy? Where's the toxic?
Nah, I
Yeah.
don't care. don't care about that. Like, I just have no empathy for cheaters. I would never understand that, never will accept it. And I won't go to the extent of cheating back because I value myself too much and I love myself too much, but I'll definitely make sure you did something wrong.
Even if they called you?
No, I'm
Before?
saying like genuinely speaking about
I'm
I
it.
just like don't get the point in cheating.
Yeah.
Or I just
Well,
will never
is
understand
that
it.
technically cheating then? Is
No.
what-
Oh, when
No,
you
no.
when you
If
call
you did the
somebody-
call,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, commenting on
Mm.
the previous comment that I made.
That's fair. Oh my God.
What?
I feel like I want to talk a little bit about family. I know it's like 2
No.
hours plus, but it's just like, oh, what is Christmas? Like, I feel like we should talk something
Stop.
positive.
You fucking started stirring the pot.
I
What
think
are
we
you
had some
saying?
positive stuff in the
Yeah.
beginning, though.
Yeah, I
no,
know.
we're good.
I mean, I picked a,
You got
celebrity
a nice
statement,
life.
like,
you got a
yeah.
nice life,
I was
huh?
just like, let's try to, be. I'm not sure. Do you guys have any topics that might be more in the cheery end?
No, I think this is good. I feel like people need this. A little drama.
Around the
situation.
holidays.
Yeah.
It's always
Let's have
chaotic,
it.
I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, last thing. Does anyone have something they're looking forward to in the
Oh,
next
that's a
New
good
year?
part. Oh, look at
in the
that.
next month?
Yeah.
Did December or January?
Within the next 30 days.
Or actually next year.
Yeah, next year. Anything anyone's looking forward to.
I'm gonna try to move to Florida,
Oh, shit.
Go. Give me 5.
like permanently.
Yeah, me too. I was
Where?
gonna go. But
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I applied
Why though?
because I hate the cold, and
Fair.
most of my family is down there, and I want to be near my nephew,
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's great.
and I
You should
thrive
do
in
it.
the weather.
You should do it.
So
Changing environment sometimes is better anyway.
yeah, and I feel like everything was holding me back so much this year, being in like a relationship with somebody who didn't share that with me.
Hmm.
I'm just like, I want to do things on my own. Like, I want to take that jump. I want to do things that, like, this was like one of them. I was like, I want to go on their podcast. And I was
Yay.
like, because I feel like I'm so
Growth.
boring. And I was like,
Why
oh, this is like,
not?
I just want to like start building memories where it's like, I can look back in like 20 years and be like, I did this.
I love that.
Yeah.
And we're happy that you came on,
Yes, I would
honestly.
love to
Yeah,
back.
seriously,
Yeah,
this was
yeah.
Bar
great.
grain
Yeah.
in the
I love
YouTube
it.
memorial.
Yeah.
I'm great. Me,
Have a kid.
no,
What?
oh my gosh.
And
no.
have a kid? Yeah.
Her.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
yeah. Nice.
No, I
Burn.
definitely want to.
No.
I definitely want to continue traveling more. Hopefully, be able to finally get
You
into
could do that
a
pregnant.
medical spa
Mm.
and grow my career, aesthetics career.
Nice.
Obviously, build a healthy, strong, romantic relationship where we work together as a team and build something together. Because that's like super stimulating to me, like mentally stimulating when I have a partner that wants to start businesses and be like in that masculine energy with me sometimes. But yeah, just like spend more time with my family, buy a house, have my parents out here more than just, for a month out of the year, and just help my mom build her business here. That way I can start establishing, like having them here. Once I have a family, I have my family here.
Right.
And it's all good. Beautiful. This is
Nice.
it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Whole life.
Nice.
Vic, any?
I guess more immediate. Me and Iluza planned a trip for the new year.
Oh,
We're
nice.
going to Canada.
Oh,
Toronto.
What
Just
part?
to Toronto.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me
I'm gonna
too.
try to see
We can go.
the fireworks there, the ones I think
Oh.
over Niagara Fall.
Oh,
That's
Do
nice.
those
the
are
whole thing,
beautiful.
so
Yeah, I
that'll be
heard.
nice
I
for
still
a
haven't
week.
gone there.
I hear the strip clubs are really good. Yeah.
Good, well noted.
Most of those.
No, I mean outside of that though, it's gonna be
I
like,
can't go with them anymore. It's like, well,
Yeah.
actually, I've never asked her.
She
I'll
would
ask.
probably
Go
like it.
together.
Girls
Maybe.
like strip clubs as long as they're
No,
like
well, yeah, I mean, that's what.
classy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would. Like,
Don't
listen,
take her to gossip. Like,
yeah,
No.
I feel like if I'm gonna go to a strip club, I'm obviously gonna ask her to come with me. Just like that, they'd be weird if I just go to a strip club alone. But I guess it would be
If a
weirder
man
to
asked
go
me,
with.
Do you
I-
want to go to strip club?
yeah.
I'll be like,
Is it
"Do you, but-"
weirder to go with your fellas or is it for girls in your perspective? I'm gonna go with the fellas to the strip club or I'm gonna go alone to the strip club. What's worse? Is there a
the
worse
boys.
The
with
boys,
the boys?
is worse.
Right? I
'Cause
would
they
ima-
can hype each
yeah.
other up.
Yeah.
And do
like
stupid shit.
I feel like I would be like that old man in a strip club, just like give me a drink. Cool. Just like I'm just here to see some titties. That's it. Just like I've seen my wife, my girlfriends all day, so just need some new titties in my life. It's just like that's it.
Nothing
But then,
wrong with that.
yeah, but I feel like it'd be fun also to just bring my girlfriend. Just like let's have fun.
I have
Yeah.
so much fun at a strip club when I go.
Yeah, because
It's
they all
just-
want to fuck you.
No, what?
The-
Me?
Most of the strippers are lesbians.
Oh God! I'm like,
Yeah.
what? No,
Yeah.
I don't know what
Are
kind of
they?
strip club you've gone to.
I'm a lot.
I've gone to like classy strip clubs where it's like these girls are like athletes and
They are.
they
Which
Dancer
like are you talking about
11.
in New York or you
no
talking
Florida.
you can which ones? I've
11
been
in Miami.
Okay.
Have you gone to that
Yeah,
one?
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
a nightclub /
Yeah.
strip club. So
Yep.
it's not just like a strip club. And
Oh,
I don't know, I
yeah.
just loved it.
But
Like
there's a different like strip club culture is so vast.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
really love it. Like I've been to a strip club out in it's the only strip club I believe there, but in Florida Keys,
mhm.
there's just one strip club right in the
I
middle.
believe it.
I've
Yeah.
gone to Key West.
Yeah.
Where is it? Which
Like really in Main Street, just almost like
Shoot, I don't know.
yeah.
That's
I
sick.
ended up like funny enough, like during earlier the day, we met some of the strippers, and then we saw them like, oh, okay,
Out
yeah,
later? That's funny.
like in there when we went in there, I was like, we didn't realize it was a strip club. Let's go inside,
Mm.
just to see what the Keys has versus like Miami.
Yeah,
Obviously, it's
different,
Different vibes.
yeah, oh, absolutely, but fun times, fun
I love how we
times.
talk about Canada, then just-
Then we go
Yeah.
to strip
Oh
clubs.
yeah. Sorry. Continue, Vic. Continue.
I was like,
Your aspirations.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're like team trip.
Strip club.
there you go. There you go.
If we ever have a P&D in a strip club, just know we made it. Like, just know that
Just know we
right
made it.
now. Yeah, we did it.
There you go. Outside of that, I mean, we just got our own place,
Ooh.
so this is gonna be the first full year in that place. At least
Ooh,
it's
that's
looking like in
exciting.
like December. So I'm looking forward to seeing that evolve, and then of course, just further success in the business and different things like that.
Hell yeah.
Just to be at that next level. I feel
Mm.
good about this year.
So, guys, thank you for being. Well, thank you for watching P&D. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, the Christmas special.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Thanks
So
for having me.
yeah, and
Yes.
special thanks to
Kimmy.
Kimmy. Yeah. She really made this a
We'll
wonderful
bring her back.
experience. Yeah, no,
Oh, yeah.
thank you for joining us for
The people will
Christmas.
tell you.
Yay. Well,
No,
Merry Christmas, everyone, and Happy New Year. You will
Happy
see us
holidays.
soon.
Happy holidays, guys.
all right.
Bye.
Peace.